All right. Shout out to the fam. All right, big ups to the fam. Appreciate y'all for joining us for this installment of the Pelican Postgame Report. We've been this thing. Big ups to the fam and much love to everybody. And like I've been saying for a while about the Pelican stream, man, for all things Pelicans, we up in this thing. We're going to talk some Pelicans tonight on the Pelican. Oh, actually, today I'm usually going at night, but during the daytime. So big ups to you guys. Appreciate y'all being in the building for this episode of PPR, man. Please feel free to hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button and the share button. We're going to talk some Pels this morning, this afternoon, depending on what part of the country you guys are in. Much love. Appreciate y'all for joining in. Sorry it took us a little bit. We had some issues, some tech issues that we were kind of resolving, but we're glad to be with you guys. So big ups to the fam. All right. So anyway, shout out to you guys. I'm Big Q. I got DC and my girl Lex in the building. Big ups to you guys. Appreciate y'all for being in the stream. So welcome on in, fam. How y'all doing tonight?
All right, how y'all
This
doing?
afternoon, actually.
We good.
I know. I thought we did all the morning talk without the people.
Indeed. Indeed. Shout out to my brother Hakeem, man. Much love. Appreciate you, my brother. Good to see you. Brother Gon is in this thing as well, talking about Ingram and Dyson possibly being traded. Man, listen, it's still being dependent on, man. It's being decided on. This is what they're doing right now. So big ups to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all, Kai, the Great, and the rest of the fam. Y'all hit the like button as we up in this thing. We'll be talking and covering some of this stuff today, and then we're going to open the phone lines for you guys because we didn't do it last time around. So we're going to get that going here. All right, so big ups to the fam. Let's start with this one right here, man. The NBA's $76 billion TV deal has been worked on through. And if my numbers are correct, that's like 2.5 or 2.3 bill per franchise. A lot of money. And of course, WWL takes over the Pelicans radio broadcast. So that'll be interesting, but everything else pretty much stays the same. I know they're looking at trying to get more channels through Gray. So we'll see how all that works, man. So anyway, big money for the Pelicans. Let's address that first before we get into the rest of the stuff, fam, because we got some interesting trade ideas that are being bannered about. But what y'all guys think about the trade? The TV deal.
Money, 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 money.
For who?
For the lady right there, Miss Benson.
I mean, who's it
some
gonna
of it might
benefit?
trickle down to the Pelicans. Maybe about 10 million. You might add another 10 million to the cap.
Well,
What's
it's
the number,
supposed to be.
Q? You look like you crunched them numbers. What's the number?
Well, it says 76 billion. So I think that roughly breaks down like
It's $1 billion.
or 2.5.
$2 billion for everything.
Yeah. I think 2.3 or 2.5 bill per team. If the numbers are correct. So that's big money if they're doing the split even like that, if they're splitting it.
But that's over the period of how many years though that billion is gonna get stretched out. And then you gotta take into account, only a small percentage of that is gonna hit the team cap, that's going in them owners'
That's right.
pockets. So you got to know
Exactly.
that.
Of course.
You
There's
got
no
to
cap
know
for
that.
the owners, man. Come on. Only for the players.
Mm-hmm.
Lex.
I just, look, the Pelicans need all the help they can get. So, yeah, I just hope they put the money in the right place. Maybe stop being cheap for a change and start, having, not a small market mentality, but think bigger. Because when you think big, you gotta. A lot of times you gotta spend some bread. So, yeah, I just hope it benefits in that direction and not, oh, we have money to spare. Let's go cheaper. Just gotta make some changes, man.
Yeah, saying it's 10% year over maximum for the life of the deal, which
How long is the deal?
hold on, let me give you that information because they announced it on Wednesday. And I have to dig deep. I don't think this article in particular says how long the deal is. I thought it's like 10 years. I'm not certain. You have to look it up. I don't think this article covers that. So, but anyway, let me see. Percent range. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up, DC. But this article doesn't cover that. But a nice chunk of change if you can get it right.
Oh yeah.
Not bad at all. But anyway, let's keep it pushing, man. As we can, but it's a good deal for the NBA and the Pelicans benefit by proxy, man. So pretty good money. All right, so let's jump to this one. And this is another one. This is a couple of trades ideas we'll go through. We'll get Lex and DC's thought process on some of the offseason trades because we did the David Griffin show, like the recap of how he's been doing over the last 5 years. Um, we gave our take on it, but this show we're gonna kind of give more solutions. We think how the team could benefit and move forward. How could we improve over the last 5 years? Because we didn't exactly get where we wanted to get in 5 years. 2 playoff appearances in 5 years, and a lot of stuff that just didn't make sense. So we need to be more efficient in our movements going into the next 5 years of under Griffin, because I'm pretty sure that's probably what the extension is. So anyway, this one right here, former Pelican star, and this is basically Lonzo Ball, what he said about Zion Williamson. I don't know if y'all seen this. I wanted to share y'all with this. He said, "Who's the funniest teammate that you've ever had?" And this is what he
I don't know if
said.
I don't know if this would be a compliment or insult.
It
Go ahead and play
was very unique.
it.
So I'm gonna play it for the family members. Y'all put one in the chat if y'all.
Who's y'all's favorite teammate, funniest teammate, and a player you wish you could have played with?
You and Mello, John nigga pick one. Oh, I play with though.
Funniest teammate,
Funniest Mello for sure.
player you wish you could have played with
You or did.
in the league.
In the league.
That's fair.
Yeah.
My favorite teammate was probably your dad.
That's
Your
dope.
dad would take me to the YMCA and I would have so much fun because they would set all the
Yeah.
screens and just tell me to do
But
whatever I
Lyndon,
want.
my favorite teammate in the league would be Lance Stevenson, honestly.
That's
Funniest
cool for
teammate, I might go Zion for real.
Really be flexing in real life. Type shit. Like, we both come to practice and shit. I got a wife beater on. He's like,
I already know what you did. Right. Yeah. He just look at you and just be like, bro, what? And a player you wish you could have played with. MJ.
Okay, there you go, DC. What'd you think about that?
I don't know how to take it really. A little
I know
insider
what
thing
you
going on.
did.
So maybe it's I mean, my mind goes to like Mariah Mills type when he talked about the wife beater and him walking in and flexing. So I don't know if they got like a little insider thing going on. Like he had a long night. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's either that, man, or it's some type of the insult. Talking about him being a little overly goofy or cracking too many jokes. I don't know how to take it, to be honest. What you think, Les?
Um, I think I'm looking at it from the other standpoint of, so many narratives of Zion not being a good teammate. Like just I don't know, being standoffish or what's the word JJ Redick use?
A detached teammate.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that?
So when I hear that, I'm like, if he's funny, a lot of times if you're funny, that means you're talking to people. You're
Yeah.
interacting with people. I don't know. So that kind of you hear a lot of different things as far as with Zion. You know what I'm saying from different people. Um, when you listen to CJ's perspective, or well, I don't think Brandon really even talks about it. Um, but then JJ Redick, and then you hear from like Nance or Trey Murphy. It's like you've heard the bad, and you've heard I don't know what to make of it. It's kind of weird because you can, like, obviously with JJ, with him saying that Zion is a detached teammate. You can look at that as like, okay, well, you said that so you could further your media career, or excuse me, journalism career. You know what I'm saying? Or with Lonzo, it comes from more of a sincere standpoint. So, and plus, I mean, I don't think, he's doing a podcast, obviously, but, it's in a different dynamic. So, I don't know. I just think it's kind of interesting just, just hearing it because we've heard the negative narrative as far as, Zion, as far as, a teammate, and then, him, hey, the funniest guy. So if you're funny and things like that, obviously it's more positive. It's a lighter version of you, someone who's not like, spoiling the locker room or anything like that. So, I mean, to most people, that would be like a good thing, to have that type of reputation. So, that's what I get out of it.
All right, let's keep it pushing on to the
Well, I
next
tell
one.
you, the most funny thing about that clip though was them goddamn pants and shoes Lonzo Ball had on. I don't know what the hell he was thinking when he woke up, put that on. But yeah,
My man
we go
bringing
ahead and
the
move
80s
on.
back. What you talking about,
The
DC?
eight man, that's the 70s. That's like the first pair of bell bottoms that came out when it was too big, before they got the size together to be like the right size. It just overdoing it. Yeah, that was that part, bro. Like 71.
Yes, rocks on or something. I don't know what was going on
I don't know what the hell was going on with the
there.
bottom, bro. With a skull cap and some Oakleys.
Some Oakland. He bringing something new, brother.
I don't know. It's definitely new. I gotta give him that. I ain't never seen that shit before.
All right,
Thanks
so
for the
anyway,
statement.
let's look at it. Let's move forward, man. This is trade ideas right here that was presented by various media outlets. This is one that came across my desk from All Hawks FN. Talks about the blockbuster trade proposal, sending Murray, Bogdanovich to New Orleans to get Ingram. Now, of course, we know that Pelicans need to swing for the fences. We talked about how important the Western Conference is going to look in terms of the competition. We talk about how strong the Southwest is going to be going into the future. They come into play. So anyway, this is one of the trade situations that they offered up. And none of y'all tell me in the chat, the faithful, tell me how y'all feel about this. Hawks received Dyson Daniels, BI, the 21st pick this year, the first round pick in 2025, or the Los Angeles top 5 protected pick. And then the Pels received Bogdanovich, Murray, and they said at least one of the Murray and Trae Young will be shipped out this offseason. So it seems a smaller move is for them. So this is them crafting this trade right here. What do you guys think about this trade in terms of Murray, getting DeJounte Murray and Bogdanovich for Dyson Daniels and BI in the 21st pick and a future pick? What you think, Lex?
Um, I don't know about that 21st pick because the Pelicans still need a big man. And last time I heard, Jay Visa has his house up for sale. So,
He gone.
yeah, I know. So the
Mhm.
thing is that I mean, I'm not really sold on DeJounte. Like, I feel like the Pelicans need to go for the bigger splash. But the only thing with that is you still need a big man. So if you move that 21st pick, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's the big man coming from? I mean, it's not like, I mean, you got to have that. That I think that's the big question. Um, but yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, DC, where you at, man? Because I
I'm
know
here,
we.
man.
All right, what do you think about this Bogdanovich and Murray for Ingram, Dyson, the 21 this year, and a future first? What do you think? Because I know
Oh,
you want Trey, right?
bruh. Bowl. I
What?
horrible trade. I give it a thumbs down.
All right, Cisco and
The 21st pick, the 2025 first round pick, the
yeah,
number 21 pick, Dice and Bi. We was just talking about trading for DeJounte Murray for Herb Jones. They wanted Herb. How the hell do we go from trading for DeJounte Murray for Herb Jones to trading for Brandon Ingram and Dice and 2 first-round picks for DeJounte Murray? Man, look, the way I feel, you insert Trey Young name right there, and then we could talk.
Yeah.
Other than that, what the hell type of new found? Man, you know it's that stuff they found with Diddy. What do they call it? The 2C? They must be doing 2C. The pink cocaine, Q.
All
They're doing 2C or something, bro. They got to be high off some type of dope, thinking that this is an actual good trade package. So we're gonna take our 21 pick and the pick next year for us, 2025, and we don't even get a center out of the deal.
Yeah,
If you
and
don't
that's
get
the
out of
big
here,
thing. It's like, that's basically what you really giving up a whole lot. You're not getting a big time star for what you're asking for, and then it's like, okay, the Pelicans still need a big man. JV is
yes.
gone, and you know when somebody's gone when their house is up for sale. You know what I'm saying? Or mansion, but I mean, it's like, yeah, that just doesn't sit well right there. Because that was the purpose of the 21st pick, right?
To address the
You
center
know, the
position
Pelicans
possible.
were looking at picking up Zach Edey if he's, still on the board.
His stock is rising. So
you're right, Lex. But the one that really pisses me off is the 2025 pick. This supposed to be a historic draft in 2025. So I'm supposed to give you my pick this year and the 2025 pick
I thought he said or.
for DeJounte Murray. No, it was 2.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, well,
you get
now
Murray and
that
Bogdanovich.
2025, yeah, next year's draft is gonna be nice. Yeah, that's
Right.
crazy. Yeah,
But they
thought you said
but they
or that 20.
factoring in
Man.
Bogdanovich into the mix, so you get a shooter there.
Bogdanovich ain't worth all that. I mean, he do. I think what is he average like 18 points a game for them?
Something.
So I
I mean,
mean, he will put up buckets, but I look at it as a net negative still because when we get Bogdanovich over here, we might man look. What was it? Brandon Ingram and Dice. Just take Dice out and put Jordan Hawkins in the trade because we ain't gonna never see his ass. You get Bogdanovich over here. The days
Well,
of what
according to
Jordan
Griff,
Hawkins could be would be over.
according to Griff, the team is supposedly high on him, but the thing is, there's a huge difference between the organization thinking that and then Willie thinking the same
Oh
thing.
shit! Here we go. It's too early, Lex.
What? I'm
well,
just
no,
saying.
this is truth
I
though.
know.
No,
You're
it is
right.
true. No, I'm not.
You're
Man,
right.
y'all crazy. I mean,
No, I'm just
look,
messing with you
I'm just
because I know
speaking.
where it's going.
No, I'm just
No,
speaking. Hey, man, we telling the truth, right? We telling the truth
always.
because the thing.
Always
Look,
the truth.
look.
Let's go.
There, it means absolutely nothing for Griff to draft a player, okay? And we're not using that. We said all last offseason, we need shooting. We need shooting. What do we need? Shooting. Who we got to get? A shooter. You know what I'm saying? You can ask it as many ways as you want to. We needed a shooter. They drafted a shooter, but he did not play. And his playing time was broken up so bad. And really, it was a confidence killer.
Yeah,
It was a confidence killer. Man,
yeah.
Jordan Hawkins, he came in as a champion with a boatload of confidence. This dude was third in the rookie standings behind Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. And had a chance to, rank very high as far as with his 3-point percentage, right?
No, the rookie 3-point record. He was on
Yeah,
pace to break
yeah,
it.
that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what the Pelicans had. And Willie did not play him. I mean, it's not something that I'm just saying, like, why draft a player if you're not going to play him?
That's the
Why
question.
draft, why get anybody if you're not going to use them properly? Henceforth,
Because if
that's why JV ain't coming back. He already knows. Man, you saw it when he was sitting on the bench. He wasn't coming out playing in the third quarter. He wasn't starting. Man, those things are killers right there. It's like, dog, I don't believe in you. The team believes in you, but I don't. The I
And
meaning
then when
Willie.
you play them, we look good. That was the weird shit. He played them
Yeah,
for extended minutes, and the team looked better.
yeah, I'm just, hey, like that's what hurts his team. Ain't no sense in getting a stud and you're not utilizing their talent. You're not you're and you're just killing their confidence. Like that's horrible. They're not being developed. They're not getting that experience. I mean, so why it has to make sense. You got to draft players that you're gonna play. And that's why that's why the discrepancy is there. Is like, yeah, we if we get Zach Edey, for instance, are you gonna play him? Because we know how Willie loves that small ball. And let me tell you something. How tall is Zach Edey again?
7'4".
7,
7'4".
oh,
Is he a small ball size?
No.
I'm just asking a question. Y'all see what I'm saying?
I
Because
Yes.
let
think
me tell you
I think
something.
that would be the
We
front office trying to
yeah,
force him out of small ball.
But see, that's she's describing the disconnect. That's what
Hmm.
Lex is talking. She's talking about the disconnect between Willie and the decision makers. Because I mean, we've seen and we've cataloged that one of that happens. Like it happened when Stan Van Gundy was the guy. Stan Van Gundy came out and
I,
admitted that he had nothing to
it
do with
happens with every coach. Let's
KLJ.
be. It happens with every coach, far as them.
DC, I'm not. Listen, hold on, brother. I know you got your cash app this morning from David Griffin. Listen,
No,
I'm
he
just
didn't send it this morning, but I'm trying to get one by
yesterday.
Monday.
Okay, yeah, no shame, brother. Where the shame at? But nah, we yes, but that's what I'm talking about. The first, listen, Griffin has been here for 5 years. He was with Cleveland for 4 years. All right, it's a big difference, and what you seen there and now. So what we seeing now is a lot of mistakes are being made, almost like the guy is doesn't he never did it before. And I know he never been a VP, but as a general manager, as an exec, you had some time to kind of crystallize your game. And 5 years since he's been here, that's a half a freaking decade. How close are we to competing for a title here in the city of New Orleans? That's the question I pose. Well, 5 years in, you're resetting the core, which means BI is out. Eventually, CJ's out. So you have to bring in more players to compete. So it's like, man, well, we got to get this right. We got to fix this. We got to get it right. We can't make as many mistakes as we did in the first 5 years, like 3 coaches in 5 years. That ain't going to cut it, man. We got to do way better than this if we want a title in the city of New Orleans. And having disconnections between Griffin and the coaching staff and Willie, that's a problem.
yeah, it is.
So anyway, this is on screen. Lex, I want you to comment on this. You also DC Pelicans interested in trading for Cavaliers Darius Garland and Jared Allen, according to Hoops Wire. Now, this is something that we talked about before, and we bounced this stuff back and forth. But obviously, this is one of the situations where you look at, you see, there are a handful of trades that rank 1, 2, and 3. And y'all tell me if y'all agree with me. Number one is the Trey Young acquisition. Number two, I guess you can be a tie between two, is Darius Garland and DeJounte Murray. They tried to trade for Murray before. So, I mean, and I'm pretty sure somebody else jumping in. I heard the Orlando thing. I'm not very excited. But to be honest with you, I think the Pelicans are going to try to land a star. Now, maybe
Same here.
I'll throw I guess a loose one in there, Spider Mitchell.
Hmm.
Even though Spider Mitchell is interested in going to Cleveland, but there's nothing saying that he's going to do it. But they've moved coaches out of the way. They're willing to do what they got to do to appease him. So, what should we do here? What do you guys think about this scenario? Lex, we'll start with you.
I mean, we need to go for the higher tiers as much as possible. Like, and again, I use the T Wolves and the Thunder as a measuring stick because the Pelicans, along with those two teams, started their rebuild at the same time. You look at where the Thunder, how far they got. That was their first time with that group as far as them advancing in the playoffs. The same thing with the T Wolves. Look how far they got. They swung for the fences. They went all in to get Gobert. And the T Wolves, they don't have a lot of success, much like the Pelicans. But I mean, obviously they do now because they went to the Western Conference Finals. But if you look at where they are and the rebuild with all three teams started at the same time, and you can even throw Memphis in there, and Memphis has already gotten their feet wet as far as being in the playoffs and going, advancing at least to the second round. But you look at them and they have gotten to a point where what they've been doing has been working. And you look at the Pelicans are still behind. It's like we really haven't moved the needle. We've basically stayed in the same spot. By the same spot being a borderline playing team. Okay? That's where the Pelicans have been. And I'll just look at the 3 years that Willie has been here. That's it. The needle has not moved. It hasn't moved like at all. It's like the same spot. Now, next year you're looking at a more challenges within the division. Okay, it's going to be, Memphis is going to be coming back. Houston's going to be coming back. The Spurs, they're going to get better. Dallas, I mean, look where they are right now. We know their situation. Then you have the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? Which, obviously, if you're resetting the core, again, you're going to have to redefine your identity, right? You're going to have to find the chemistry.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the thing is, look, you're not in a rebuilding stage. You're in a retooling stage, which means you need to swing for the fences. You need somebody like a Trey Young or a D Mitch, someone who is proven. Because again, the measuring stick, where is it? Look where the Thunder are. Look at where the T-Wolves are. Pale should be right there in that mix. That's what they really should. And it's funny because the Thunder last season, they weren't even in the play-in or the playoffs. They weren't even in it. And this season, they're the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's like, look, when you look at it from that standpoint, it's like, dude, like if you're getting someone that is lower than those guys, if you're getting somebody higher, that's great too, depending on who it is. But if you're getting someone else lower than those guys, that's not going to cut it. At this point in stage, you either go in all the way, or it's almost like you at a reset button. Because that's how it's like that statement that it's a thin line between love and hate. That's literally what this is right now. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between, look, you're either in that rebuild or you're fully in the retool. You got to pick it. You can't straddle that fence. You really can't.
Let me add this uh, to this, and we'll progress it forward into the call and stream after we discuss this topic. But let's talk solution, right? We've given ideas throughout the year for the Pelicans, especially into the off season, ideas that the Pelicans could use to improve the team right now. Now we talking about players to staff, or we know we can't. I know how you feel, Lex, about Willie. You want a better head coach, more accomplished coach. more of a strategist. I wanted someone about it with a better resume, maybe a championship ring on with and stuff, that type of stuff. But anyway, we're kind of stuck with the guys we have. But what assistant coach? Let's see, Borrego goes somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a coach that replaces that should be next to Borrego. Give me 2 players that should be a part of the new core with the Pelicans. And let's kind of do it like that. Let's move forward with solutions. Give me an assistant coach and 2 players that are part of the new core, and 1 player in particular that comes off the bench to help out. And who do you add? And add a draft pick. Who do we get with the draft? So that's a lot.
Yeah,
So
it
but
is.
this
I'm
is
trying to
solution
remember
time.
everything you said.
Yes.
So
So it's
two.
an assistant coach. All right. If Borrego leaves, 2 players that goes with Zion, a part of the new core. 1 player off the bench that you're gonna need a good role player off the bench, and give me the draft pick that the Pelicans take at what is it, 21?
Okay.
So let's do that. Alex, you want to start first, or DC?
Hey,
Which one?
hold up. Well, can I start?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
DC.
come
I'm
on,
sorry, brother.
DC.
Go ahead, brother. I thought you were still eating curry. Go ahead, brother. Floor
I
yours.
was never eating curry because you ain't make it. I'm waiting for that sweet ass curry you be making.
Nah, where you make the best curry? Go ahead, DC. Stop the misdirected. Go ahead.
Um, 2 players, 1 come off the bench, an assistant coach, and a draft pick, right?
That's right. Assistant
Okay.
coach. If Borrego
Okay.
leads,
Well, check it
2.
out. You
Okay.
already know I'm bending the rules, Q. Bending the rules because I'm picking
Come on.
2 goddamn starters, and CJ McCullough is going to the bench. Um,
Okay.
He needs
Trey
to be
Young is
traded.
coming.
33 million out the bench.
Well, he get traded next year. We need to do it to see this year. We need all the firepower we can get this year. Let the West simmer down, and then we get off of CJ and hopefully have somebody on our bench like Jordan Hawkins be ready for a bigger role or something like that. Trey Young is definitely one of my 2 players, and I'm actually biting off somebody in the comments. They said we need to find a way to get Jaron Allen. I like that. So some type of way we pull off a 3-team deal where we end up with Trey Young, we get Jared Allen, we manage to keep our draft pick this year in 2025, and the Lakers pick. But I don't know what the hell gonna happen to our draft class after that. Till we had to give up to pull us off. So I said Jared Allen's our starting lineup. You got Trey Young, right, starting point guard, to go with Trey Murphy, Herb, and Zion. CJ McCullough's coming off the bench, and I'm going to draft. We got three guys I'd like us to get. If we could get Edie, I know a lot of people don't want Edie, feel like he's a big slow guy. We ain't going in all of that. I'm not drafting him, but we get Edie, Callan Ware, or Darren Holmes. I'm happy with either one of those guys. But for the sake of getting Jared Allen in here, and I think this guy could look like maybe a mix of Jared Allen and it's a good mid range, a Rasheed Wallace without the personality, or maybe a LaMarcus Aldridge. I'm gonna go Kellen Ware. I'm gonna get Kellen Ware as my backup center. And in that trade that I did to get Jared Allen and Trey
Kellen Ware?
Young, yeah, what am I
Hillel.
saying? Kalel,
You mean
Kalel Ware. I keep
Hillel.
saying the wrong name.
Kalel Ware?
Kalel Ware. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Q.
Okay.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
You want to
Sound
make
like
a
a
little
Superman.
snide remark or backhanded compliment? Go ahead. Pause. Okay, you're gonna wait till later. Gotcha. So Kalel Ware would actually be my backup center because in that trade I made sure that I fought like hell to get rid of Larry Nance. So Willie Green will be forced to play Kalel Ware, and I'm not signing anybody else at the backup spot. Maybe a 2-way guy like Carlo Mekovic could come in here. And for my assistant coach, I'm gonna go get JB Bickerstaff, baby. Go try to see if he don't get a coaching job. Get him as a good assistant coach. So if Willie Green drops the ball, we can just boot him right on out of here, and then we'll have a
That
coach
was my
right
spiel.
in house to go ahead
Dang,
and
I was
fill
gonna
in.
start with that too.
I'll be happy
Good
with
job. Good thinking.
Jeff Van
I didn't
Gundy
have the same guy,
at
but
the box.
yeah.
All right,
I'm
DC.
sorry, I took your coach. You
Look,
gotta. I hope I ain't take your players, but
Oh no, you didn't. Look, nah, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really familiar with this draft. I gotta do. I gotta look at highlights and all that stuff. So now I was just really I was more focused on who is available as far like at at the 21st pick. You know what I'm saying? Because I just looked at the draft DC and it said Khalil could be taken like at 14 or something.
I don't know. These
You know what I'm
things keep
saying? So.
jumping. Deron Holmes, it'd be the same situation. If it couldn't be him, I don't know how I would like Edie if he had Jared Allen. Because I want a stretch big. I want somebody. If we get a guy like Jared Allen or Clint Capella, I want a traditional center. I want an untraditional center, so Willie could kind of go into his small ball lineup and it'll actually have some offensive firepower too.
Mm.
all right, Lex, you want to take a stab at it?
Yeah, well, definitely. I probably have either Sam Cassell or Rondo for the assistant. But because Sam Cassell has the experience and right now he's with the Celtics, um, yeah, I probably take him in hopes of moving, like like DC was saying, moving what's his name out so he could take his place. But yeah, I
Hey
wouldn't
Q,
mind
stop making burners and putting them in the
huh? Hey,
Hey
I'm
Q
just
making burners
saying.
like burner counts and leaving
Because the
comments.
thing is, I mean, look, man, experience is golden. And yeah, Sam Cassell, he's been around for a while. Um, he's been around for a while. I mean, obviously, shoot, whatever the Celtics got, you know what I'm saying? It would be great to bring that to the Pelicans because they need a whole lot of what they got. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
and that's from anybody who's competing at a high level, like every year. Um, yeah, definitely. As far as what was the other one? Big Q.
We got. Let me
Man, that
see.
look nasty. They don't look nothing like your curry Q.
Yeah,
Big ass carrots.
yeah.
Who want to eat that?
They could have photoshopped that a little bit better.
Nah, my curry be off the chain. Jerk chicken, all that. I cook all of that, man. I cook. I cook. I'm a cook.
You put sugar in your jerk chicken too?
I don't put no sugar in there, brother. You was tasting a little honey, but you just you went to sleep. I don't know what's wrong with
Man, that was fake honey. That's sugar.
you. All right, DC. All right, Lex, know what you was saying?
I was asking what was the other thing that you said as far as, you said stars around Zion
Yeah,
versus
because
at
we reset in the core, and I was getting solutions, but yeah, who would be the two core people that you would face? I know you don't want CJ McCollum. I know you want to get him out of there. I know Bi's gone, but if you had an opportunity, who would you pair with him with the new core and a key role player and the draft pick?
Mm.
Big
And this
Sean,
is
Big Sean
assuming
say you
that
can hire Big Q's
Trey
brother
Murphy
for the assistant coach.
is gonna be starting, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's very interesting. Definitely, shoot. It really is between, as far as the guard is between. It would be between Trey Young and D Mitch, personally.
Okay.
Um,
If we got
but
D
then
Mitch,
like
what
if
would you do about the point guard spot, Lex? Like who you
Where would
putting
he
in the
play?
backcourt with him?
who?
With D Mitch?
Who would play? What would he play? Point for you, or what would he play?
Oh, point. That's
Okay,
what he's
shooting.
been doing. Like cause he usually like I feel like how CJ's a combo guard. But
Hmm.
we know that his true position is the two. Like he doesn't really need to be handling the rock.
This is
One
true.
thing one thing with D Mitch, he's a combo guard as well, but he handles the rock a whole lot better
Hmm.
than CJ to me as far as setting up, he has the ability to do that. And so, they're both combo guards. Definitely both play shooting guards, but I just feel like D Mitch he can play that point guard position a whole lot better than cuz he does it he does it well. So, um
Yeah, you
plus
had us
he's got a whole
believing
lot of
Rudy
dog up
Gobert
in
could be
him.
an offensive player.
Say again?
I said D. Mitch had us believing Rudy Gobert could turn into Kevin Durant or Kevin Garnett or something. Though we thought he could be an offensive player when he had D. Mitch.
Oh, well, it's Gobert you talking about, so I don't know DC.
Okay, I'm gonna say this: did Rudy Gobert look better offensively in Utah or with Minnesota?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
about
I
the
think
same.
I think I think really they challenge him to really like, hey man, you got to get out there, to defend, because that's the biggest thing with him. He wasn't getting, he was just staying in the paint the whole time.
Right, but I'm
For
saying when he
him to
was
be
in
a
Utah,
defensive
he was
player.
he was getting he had a little more going on offensively, in my opinion, in Utah than Minnesota.
Yeah, more lives, but look at his situation with the T Wolves. You got Cat. You gonna offensively, you gonna put Gobert in front of Cat?
Yeah, he shared the load there.
Nah.
He
Yeah,
was.
there was a lot of, they have a lot more offense. Then you look at the elevation of Nas Reed and
Yep.
then McDaniels. That's a
Yep.
lot of offense,
Yep.
and not to mention goodness, Anthony Edwards. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of offense already. So
Well, if they can
really,
ever
he
figure it
he
out.
was like what? Oh, and then you have Conley.
Well,
Yep.
Conley was over there in Utah too.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like as far as the offensive, situation with the T Wolves is stacked. Whereas,
Yeah.
yeah, like D Mitch, he took a load of that. Jordan, he took a load of that as well. I think Conley, he took some. It wasn't a whole
Hmm.
lot. When he has a shot, he has a shot.
We
But
had a few
he's
other
not
players
somebody
we
who's
we
gonna
missing.
take over offensively.
Yeah, didn't they have what is it, Paul? Was Paul Millsap over there? I'm thinking about him in Denver.
Yeah, I think Millsap was over there.
Millsap
No,
was over
I
there,
don't
I
know.
think, in
It
the
was
beginning
He
maybe.
was in Jet. He
golly,
was with
what his
the Jets
name?
for a while.
Uh,
Yeah.
Derek Favors. He played for
No,
them.
no, no. Yeah, he did, but we got him in 2019, so that was I think he
He
went
went
back,
back
but
out.
Well, that's when they
he ain't
played
do
He
much
together.
went
when he
back
went
out.
back.
Yeah, he went back out there. It wasn't much. But you saying, Lex, you saying with your new core would be Spider Mitchell with who? Who you putting with him? How would your top five look?
Shoot, well, we don't know who the big man is, but
You
um,
gotta find one.
But you the
yeah, I
GM.
know.
I'm making you the GM. So who would you want?
Oh shoot, man, then I need my sheets of paper in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I need to see some numbers.
Well,
You know what I'm
Alexis
saying?
is
And
shrewd she a
Gryffindor.
shrewd
I need
businesswoman,
to
Key.
know who all is available. Um,
Alexis, she gotta do her projections
but
over.
first we gotta switch out the coach. I'm saying, look, if I'm the GM,
No, you can't. The
Come
coach
on,
is
Lex. What about Nick Claxton?
because
You
off,
big
the
on Nick
coach is off
Claxton?
limits. Yeah, the
You gonna
coach off.
get him?
I still think we need to put some trade packages together for the coaching
Nobody wants
situation.
Well,
Willie.
go.
Nobody
You
wants.
you can't trade. You can't trade Willie.
Yeah, he's off limits. That's the thing. You're the
Oh
general
dang,
manager.
man, this is hard.
You the
Cause
general manager.
The only way
Willie,
you trade Willie is if you're the general manager of two teams: the team that's accepting the trade as well as the team that's sending the trade.
look, D Mitch
then you'd be fired
D Mitch or
after
Trey
that.
Young and whatever DC
She cool with
said.
that.
Let's keep going. You know what I'm saying?
She said she
Uh,
need a paper.
Man, cause
Alexis,
look,
boy, you can't
I'm
pin
like,
Lexa
shoot,
no
how
corner,
you the
boy. She gonna
GM?
wiggle up
Hey,
out of that.
if
I
I
was
am the
trying to get her.
GM,
I was trying to
if
get her.
I am the GM, guess what? There's gonna be a coaching change.
Be like water, my friend. Be like water.
Hey, that ain't that the role of the GM, right? If I'm putting this thing
Yeah,
together, that's
but
the
Lex,
first thing that's going,
Lex,
and then I can
So
set up
Lex, your first
everything
move
you
is to
else.
can't,
fire
you can't
Willie. You
find the
just gonna
coach.
fire Willie and make your assistant coach your head coach. Just go ahead and sign your assistant coach, and you gonna fire
Oh,
Willie and
for
make him
real?
your
I don't
head
know what
coach.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
You see why you
No,
That's
put this topic
cute.
up there, man? Why you put
who
this
said
topic?
you don't know what you're talking about?
Oh, shoot, brother Smith.
Oh.
That's real cute. That's real cute.
Say, bro, come on, don't
Yeah,
be insane.
I'll just leave it
Smith
at
Smith
that.
still mad about
You know
last
what I'm
time about
saying?
that back and
Brother
forth
Smith,
him
Yeah,
and Big
brother
Q
Smith,
had.
come
the
on, brother
coach
Smith,
does matter.
brother Smith, don't come in.
The coach matters, man. You
Man,
know what
that
I'm saying? You want to
that's
have the right guy at the helm.
he
Look
like
at
Willie
I don't know
Green,
what I'm
man.
talking
Brother
about
Smith
by
likes
not
Willie
having the right
Green. He's a
person at the
Willie Green
helm.
advocate, so you know
Okay.
you got to it's gonna be a little heat on your Lex when brother Devin Smith come in here because
Ah, that's
he
cool.
like Willie Green.
That's
So
cool.
that's Willie's third
Ain't
cousin.
look, my brothers have prepared me for this moment. You know what I'm saying? For years.
okay,
Sound like a little
okay.
I'm
Jamaican you packed
good.
into that right there. That's what sounds like a little.
Lex from the island, man. You know.
Are you
You know,
Lex?
man. You know what I'm talking about. I just say what's on my mind,
DC,
and I
DC.
speak from my
Lex is from
heart.
the edge of the Caribbean. You hear
How
Ah,
you
you
know? Because you
already know,
from another
man.
side. Huh? DC, DC, he chilling on the rich side of it, man.
the
He
rich side. What you talking about?
yeah, with the Marleys. That's where they live at. They don't live
Oh
where
man, this
everybody else
man
live.
here,
You're a
Marley.
Marley boy. A Marley boy.
I'm not a Marley.
You sure look like it, brother. All right. So
And you
anyway,
look like Mark Jackson, just like Big Sean said.
I don't look
But you
like
say y'all have no relation, right?
brother.
Uh
Let's just keep it moving, bro. Let's
No,
keep going.
now you want to keep it moving now.
Well,
Okay.
we got to keep the show going. We got a show going on here, DC, just in case you didn't know. All right, big ups to the fam, man.
I
Thank y'all.
think we had 5 more minutes to address that point.
No, we
oh.
don't. We don't got no damn time for that. All right, so fam, listen, I'm about to drop the link for the chat, man. Listen, man, for y'all to chime in, man. Y'all come on and chime in. Give us your thoughts on what you think should happen. We ain't gonna be going very long this afternoon, so big ups to you. Thank you for chiming in. Y'all hit the like button. If you listen via X, please retweet us. Give us a retweet. Help us out. If you're on Instagram, shout out to Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these people. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for listening, man. Big ups to the fam. All right, so we got DJ gonna chime in here. Jay Black, shout
Oh,
out to
nah.
Jay Black. Big ups to the rest of the fam. G Griff, the rest of the fam. Big Sean, your brother.
Appreciate you,
Much
Jay
love,
Black.
OG Jerry. Big ups to you.
Yeah.
See all y'all,
Oh,
man.
Big
Michael,
Sean up in the building.
I see you. I see you. We ain't letting
Big
Sean up. Let
Sean.
Sean, hey, Sean, get out here, man. Don't
Come
get
on,
up here.
Sean. Come on in here and
Bro,
sing
what?
some of your.
No.
Where's
Let
Mother
Big Sean
Tasha?
sing some of his hits, man. I ain't heard him rap in a while, bro.
Say, bro, I don't know what Sean talking about, bro, with that, man. I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
Yo,
All
G
right,
Griff.
anyway, here's DJ. Hey, bro, it's daytime.
Yeah, we
We
Yeah.
changed
got
the show for you, DJ,
DJ
so
is
you can
on.
come chime in.
Welcome on in, brother. How you doing today?
The hour so we get DJ up in
I'm
here, man.
uh I'm not doing too good.
What's
First of
wrong, man?
all, I'm gonna tell you all the reason why, but it's just ironic that I still have y'all. I still have intermediate family, but I just lost my dad yesterday. Um,
Oh
so
wow, my condolences, bro.
Damn.
Sorry to hear that,
Sorry to
I'm
hear
DJ.
I'm
that.
I'm going through it right now. But anyhow, uh, I'm gonna think outside the box. Um, I want to go to Jamal Murray,
Mm.
see what I can get for him. Uh, as well as I would trade see what I could get for Najee Marshall and Larry Nance. See if I can get any picks within this year's draft. Um, my two big men that I'm looking at right now is as DC call it uh off G League guy. That'll be my small ball center. He won't start. It'll be my small ball center with Carlo Mekovic. I would draft. Uh, I want to be happy about Zach Edey, but if we do, fine. It is what it is. But I would go after Kellaware because he's like a stretch kind of sort of center. The point guard, like I said, I would go see if I can get with Jamal Murray or Donovan Mitchell and have him start. Not who I will have, not who my starting five is. Uh, let's see, we do get Spider. It'll be Spider, uh, Jayhawk. I'm kind of debating on her because I mean, if I need a defensive stop, then it's gonna be Spider, her, Trey, Zion, and whatever center I roll with. The reason why I don't want Jerry Allen because he's not gonna stretch the floor. I need a stretch big, so that way you can't hog the paint. We tried that with Steven Adams. It didn't work. Jaleel Okafor, it was kind of sort of working with him because he started shooting. Emeka Okafor, uh, we kind of tried that with him. Uh, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I need a stretch big. I can't do nothing without a stretch big. Now, Clint Capella, we can do something with him, but he's not. He ain't gonna stretch the floor like Jonas or somebody like or Carlton Towns. I will go after him, see what I can get for him. I need to stretch big. Now the bench, like I said, I will see what I can get for Najee Marshall, and if I get a pick out that, I would draft his replacement. And then again, we forgot about EJ Liddell. We don't know what he gonna do either. So at that point, that's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, that's very interesting, DJ. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you chiming in, man. And once again, our condolences to you with your father, man. I'm sorry to hear that,
Absolutely,
brother.
man.
And power to you on that, brother. Appreciate you chiming in, my man.
All right, good. Thank you.
All right, DJ. All right, appreciate DJ, man. That's damn. That was a heavy situation he just dropped on us, man.
That's a tough one, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's tough, man.
especially since Father's Day coming up.
Yeah, how about that, man? Wow.
That's
All right.
tough.
Once again, our condolences to DJ and his family, man. Big ups to you, brother. All right, we got brother Don chiming in. My brother Hakeem's gonna pop in after that. Brother Don, welcome on in. How you doing this evening?
What's up, family? What's up, family?
What's good
What's
with you,
up,
my
Brother
brother? How you
Don?
doing?
Man, chilling, man. First of all, condolences to DJ and his
For real.
family, man. Much praise, and I'll keep you on upliftment and all that stuff, man, for sure. Um, but but yeah, with for the draft prospects, um, we got a second round pick.
No.
Mm, okay. Now I think the guy we forgot about him when we were talking about him last year. Uh, Grant Nelson, remember him? So
Um,
look, he was at first when we were looking at him, he was with I think it was South Dakota, North Dakota, something like that, or one of those
Alabama.
schools. But then he went to Alabama. He was just in that NCAA tournament, 6'11" big, put the ball on the floor, stretch the floor, put it on your head. Sometimes pretty much fundamentally sound boxing out and rebounding and stuff like that. It seemed like he moved his feet well too. Um, Seemed like a nice, at least quality IQ player. I still would. I wouldn't mind him for real. If it was like a situation where we can pick up a second round pick, or because I don't want to take him too early. But I don't know. Then again, depending on shit, how you looking at workouts, or you know what I'm saying, or they can do they further scouting, see how he is as far as the mental aspect. and his physicals and everything, shoot, might take him high. Shoot, that can happen too. You know, players get taken higher than what they was expected all the time. So you never know, because I mean, like I said, man, he looked like he like a good player. I mean, when you watched him in the tournament, did y'all see him?
No, I
No.
You didn't
I
see him
didn't.
when he played
But
for Alabama. So you probably didn't even notice him because Big Q. Because but
Yeah,
did you watch Did you watch March Madness this year?
yeah, I watched some of it.
You probably didn't even notice him because he was in that Bama jersey. You know what I'm saying? He was like playing a different role too, because he had better players around him. You see what I'm saying? So he wasn't like the focal point on his team, but he was still making things happen with all the other good players around him too. So yeah, he was number 2 on Alabama, balling.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, I'm looking at some stats of him, some highlights of him right now. Matter of fact, bro,
yeah,
I'm
man.
looking at highlights up here.
Yeah, man. Put that up there.
it does well in pick and rolls
Yeah.
and pops and things like that, which is he moves his feet well.
And is
But
he in the
he
draft
only
right now?
shot
He should be, right?
27.
Yeah, he was a
Only
senior.
shot 27% from
I
3
want.
though.
I'm gonna have to look it up and see, bro. I don't know if he. I don't remember this name being in the draft here.
Dang. Yeah, I don't know. He might be going back for. I thought, because it say senior. Was that for
Yeah,
him?
he's a senior.
So going into next year, he's senior. Look at
No,
him.
I think they said he's coming
Look, he
up
got
How
a little
right.
tall? How
dog.
tall is he?
He's
He's
6'11".
6'11".
6'11".
Oh
He got
wow.
he intense too. Oh,
Oh, he
look, Shorty
quick.
Shorty
Quick.
like that. This is the same stuff we were saying when he was with that other team. It's just he was just on the, biggest stage. Look,
Yeah, I like him, man. He nice. Good
we were
find,
talking
bro.
about him last year.
What's dude name?
Grant Nelson.
Grant Nelson.
He like that type of player. Look, he ready for the moment. Ain't afraid
He
of it.
not in the draft this year, man. We'd have seen him.
Nah, it says
He
here that
should
he's
be
in
in
the
there.
draft.
He should
Yeah,
He's
be
in
in
the
For
there.
draft?
DC.
I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
looking at
wow.
the draft prospects.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't ran across him, man. That's a
That
good
little
find, man.
dog, yeah.
I mean,
Because y'all
there's
brought him
a
up last year.
What is his
I
natural
mean, if he's
position?
not a
He's a
top
power
pick, I
forward?
mean, he could be like an
Yeah,
undrafted player.
power forward. He can play
Play some
center
stretch
too.
center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have him down as a forward, but a lot of forwards,
Yeah,
they
that's my
cross
dude,
over to
Yeah.
center position.
Tyler Smith. They got him as a
Yeah,
forward,
yeah.
man. I
And
could
I
see
looked
him
at
as
him
a
too,
small ball
DC.
Yeah,
center. I like him, man.
Yeah, he'll put it on your head. Him
He
too.
gonna they gonna pick him top 10, top 12, man. That dude gonna be
You think they go?
falling.
Yeah, because that's what they say on the comments under his highlights. It's like, man, this dude. They say, how is this
That
dude
dude
not
ain't
being
falling
talked
us,
about in
man.
the top 10? Because he
Cause,
does got
cause
that type of
the
talent.
team he was with, they looking at it like I guess he didn't
Yeah,
impact winning, right? The Ignite, they sucked this year. And their defense
every
as a
year.
team was horrible. So they like, oh, he can't play defense because the team defense was horrible. When I look
Mm.
at him, like he slide his feet. Now he do need some work on his pick and roll defense. But the dude could go up, he get blocks, man. He's averaging like a block and a half or something like
Yeah,
that.
he got a long
Like he could
wingspan.
get steals, you know what I'm saying? He's very athletic. He's willing to play defense. He can kind of get rebounds. I'm like, yeah, he could be a small ball center off the bench. I don't know what the hell he talking about. But this draft, I draft for like role players, man. Like
Yeah, but
I don't see no stars. I'm
like
sure
Grant,
somebody
see,
gonna
oh
be a
no,
star,
it's straight up
but
role
this
players.
role players, man.
I could see Grant going to like a Boston Celtics or something too. That's the type of
Oh,
player
they
he look like.
I
already
wouldn't
got
be
plenty
mad if
of
we picked
guys
this
like
guy, man.
him.
If we got
Yeah, no,
Grant,
hell yeah.
he's nice, man.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a
but
good
yeah,
find,
he
bro.
would be similar to one of those cats from
Yeah, it's
the
like yeah,
Celtics.
yeah. What's it called? And then man, also I was looking at this guy might get taken high, of course. Yeevis Missy, man. Damn, his size and his length.
I don't like him, brother. And the
Yeah,
reason I don't like him
because
is
he on.
not because I don't think he can be the next Clint Capella. I don't think we could develop him to be that. He
Okay.
need work.
Yeah, okay.
He need work, and I don't think we can do it. That's why I don't
Yeah,
like him. Big Q kind of high on him too. Every
yeah.
time he mentioned it, I shoot it down, bro. We gonna mess that up.
But I feel what you're saying because like he does have a lot of raw potential. Like
Right.
he got it.
He need work on everything. It's not like you can
Mm,
just look at one thing. It's like he
right.
need to learn the game more, man.
Yeah.
improvement in every area. But
And then if you look at the players that pretty much came here, they pretty much was like, had something in their toolbox. Like, even
right,
Herb
somebody
Jones
they
had
got to
something.
be polished a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Even he, yeah. What's called so Deron Holmes was pretty nice too. I looked at him.
Yeah.
I took a look at him.
Yeah, we like Deron, man. Who else you got, bro? You got a good find in Nelson, man. I'm curious to see
Yeah.
who else you got in that binder back there. You
That
flipping
Grant
through.
guy, because there's not a lot of 6'11" forwards
I
out,
don't
but
hear
he's a
anybody
versatile
talking about
big.
him either.
Yeah.
I
Hey, but
like him a
that
lot.
might be a good
He,
thing
But this
then.
he grew. Remember, he was like 6'8", so he picked up some size.
Oh, now
Made
that
him
makes sense,
6'6".
Q. So
He went from
he's
6'6" to
used to being
6'11".
a smaller man, so he know
Yeah,
that's why he moved like that.
yeah.
right. You can see
See?
it in this dribble on that highlight, bro. He was using his
Yeah, man.
he
That boy when he did a little up and under and killing him with the first step, I'm like, man,
yeah
hold up.
he had
Now
he
looking
was
at now question is looking at that though, y'all, like would you say if I guess if he had a great workout with New Orleans and all that, would y'all go take him high at 21? Does he look like that type of talent? Just say, hey, okay, yeah.
I gotta
What's up?
look more at him to
Right.
see, but from what I'm seeing right here, like he's 6'11" and he can do that and he can play defense in the interior. He
Like got a
seems to
motor
have
Yeah,
some
too.
foot
he's
speed.
versatile.
Like I don't think he would be able to be just picked on a perimeter. Like I
Hmm.
say possibly, yeah, man. But this looks like it's all from one game. I gotta go watch more highlights on
Yeah.
him, see what
And
his
he could put it on
weaknesses
he'll
are.
put it on your head too. With Bama, he wasn't really dunking and all that, but he caught a couple hours with Bama. But if you look at his old highlights, his old school, he's putting it on people's head.
He
yeah
definitely looked like he could be a backup small ball somewhere. He ain't really small ball. He's 6'11". So I mean,
6'11".
he could
Yeah,
be
Yeah.
a backup
he got
stretch
to work
He
center
on
looked
his
for
like he
yeah he
sure,
got to
fights
man,
with
for
work
sure.
on his strength.
some
Yeah, he
energy. He
definitely.
got some
Yeah.
attitude about
Yeah,
him.
he
And
do.
then that he
Yeah.
playing. That was North Carolina. He was playing.
Yep.
Who's that?
This is
Yeah,
on
that's
Yeah.
that's that's good competition there too. Like yeah, you might be on to something, man.
But
If
you
we
know
picked him,
what?
I
One
sure
thing,
wouldn't be. I wouldn't be pissed.
good free throw shooter too.
yeah, definitely
Now I
can use
would look
that.
at him and Phil Filipowski from Duke.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
Oh
wondering,
yeah, yeah. I just don't know
is
about him.
he
yeah,
which
Flip.
one is better?
Because to be honest, Duke,
Because they look
Duke
similar.
well, how many Duke bigs have been good though?
You
Other
got
than
Paolo, you got
Who?
Zion.
no, I'm talking
As
about
of late,
bigs. Like them niggas like
Shoot,
they like
Lively's been doing pretty good.
what
I'm
He
did
who?
should be in the
But
finals
that's
right
it's just
now.
lively. That's it, pretty much.
I mean, we just gave you three.
No, no, no. Them
And there's
dudes
all
ain't. I
reason.
mean, we don't look. Well, you don't look at like Zion. I mean, you look at them like small forward, power forward type vibes.
Oh, so you just
And,
saying strictly centers?
yeah, like big man, like real big
Mm,
man.
okay.
It ain't too many. Like they be coming in the league and they
What's old boy went number one in Philly that we wound up with?
Philly,
Okafor. No, yeah,
Okafor.
Okafor.
Yeah,
No, not.
Jaleel
Oh yeah,
Okafor.
you had
Yeah,
Jaleel Okafor, yeah.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
saying it's
I
like
think Jaleel Okafor actually was as good as we thought he was. He just got
yeah,
mismanaged as a talent.
yeah, yeah. It was a little bit with that, but
Yeah,
like I said,
Sixers kind of.
they don't have a long list of like centers really. Because I don't really when you think of Filipowski. I just feel like
You got me looking it up, man. I'm about to look up Duke drafted centers, man.
yeah, when you think of Filipowski, I mean,
To me, he reminds me of it's like a Ryan Anderson,
yeah.
not as good 3-point shooting hybrid, but more of
And
a
he
big.
and he's pretty slow too, ain't he? His feet a little slow.
Nah, he don't. His feet ain't look that slow to me. That's what kind of that dude could dribble, man. He could dribble. He take you off the dribble. He got a little pass into his game.
Yeah,
What
I
I
don't
don't
know.
like about him, he don't have
He just
that dog. He don't have that
see what I'm
dog in
saying.
him. He's like
That's what I
he
think
a
it
little
is.
soft. So I'm like,
That's what I
damn.
think it is. That's what it is. He
Yeah,
That's
don't
what you
pass
don't
that eye
like.
test. He
Pelicans
don't
don't
pass
need
that
that.
feel and eye test for me.
He passed the eye test for me as far as his skill, but like his mentality. It's like I feel like
But the feel, yeah.
you
But
could push him
Yeah.
around, you could pick on him, you
yeah,
could
we
kind
don't
of
need
take him
that.
Says
out of
here
his
there's
game.
question marks as how he's handled the least physicality.
Yes, we
Yeah,
don't need none of that.
no,
But speed, like
no.
his man, to say that dude like 6'11", man, that boy could move, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it says he
He can
needs to
move,
improve
man.
well,
defensively,
he can move around off our draft.
particularly as a rim protector.
His defense ain't that bad. Like you
And
said,
he's a
he's not a rim
liability from
protector.
the free throw line.
See,
His shooting been up and down. He
He
has the
got a lot.
ability to be a
He
shooter.
Okay.
lacking a lot of important things that we need. We need the free throw. We need the
Yeah, the rim
dog.
protection, you know. But
Check
one
all the
thing,
boxes.
hey, but one thing with
You
that
can't check
Grant
all the
Nelson
boxes with the
dude,
21 pick, man.
one thing that we've talked
On
about
one
is
player,
the
you
pick and
Well,
roll.
shoot, them dudes that we've been talking about, they
So
check pretty
Hold on.
a couple boxes.
What you were saying, Lex?
no, I was saying that, we've talked about in the past somebody who can move their feet and guard
Mm-hmm.
in those pick and rolls and pick and pops and stuff like that.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
can do
That
that.
Grant Nelson, that's one of his strong suits. Is
Mm-hmm.
being able to guard, in that type of, spacing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
that's what
step
stuck
out.
out with me, and
Could
I'm
take it
seeing
coast to
how he's
coast.
moving. Um, like just moving his feet, like that's pretty impressive. Cause I mean, everybody talked about how JV he moves slow, right? You look at his footwork. I mean, dude is moving his feet. So he seems like he really gets up and down the floors pretty good as well. But
And like he wants
yeah,
it
he's
too.
nice. Yeah, yeah, he does have that. So that might be a gem.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
especially if nobody's really
I'm
looking
I'm
at him.
definitely gonna go look into Grant, man. You might hear us talking about Grant on the Grab Show, bro. Gonna have to bring you up, Don. My man
Oh
Don
yeah.
Anthony found Grant, man.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
good work.
Well, Big Q
hey,
found him. No, Big Q
did,
found him. I
Big
just,
Q found him?
yeah,
What's
you
that shit,
forgot
bro?
about him. Like, I don't know why you forgot
Okay.
about that man, Big Q.
I,
Boy.
it, it was that was last year, wasn't it, Darren?
Yeah.
About
Yeah,
that.
well,
Yeah.
brother Don refound him off Big Q. But
Yeah.
check this out, man, about these Duke centers, man. You might be on to something there too, bro.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
know.
reading these names.
No,
They ain't got shit.
nothing.
You got Sheldon Williams,
Oh wow,
Mike
and
Gimsiski.
he didn't last long in the
Who the
All
hell is
league
that?
either.
the Plumleys.
Christian
Ah,
Leitner,
Darwin Bush just hit Jalen Duran too.
Miles Plumley,
Forgot
not the
about
not
Duran.
the not the Plumley you want, the other Plumley,
Ugh.
Miles Plumley, Josh McRoberts, Randy
Oh
Denton,
wow,
Martin Nelson, Clint
golly,
Black. Like, god damn, man.
That's not a good
yeah,
list of
he didn't
centers, though.
last
It's not
long.
at
Hell
all.
no.
That's a good point about the
Josh
Duke
Roberts,
centers,
he didn't
man.
last long at all in the league.
Man, they don't develop centers well at all, huh?
Well,
Let
they
me see if I can
developed them
find.
and it failed in the league, though. They at
Let
the
me see if I
collegiate
can
level
find a better list, man. I'm like,
All
come
right,
on, man. They
well,
gotta have somebody.
was the
they
best they ever
dish
had.
out good
Christian Leitner.
forwards though.
Yeah,
Christian Leitner.
What
Guards.
the fuck?
Lively,
Christian
Lively
Leitner.
been one of their best prospects in a while though. Like,
There you go,
Yeah.
lively. Yeah, yeah. There you
Oh, well,
go.
if you
obviously, yeah, you
think
got
about
lively,
like
but
they ain't had really. If you think about it, dude, they ain't really had no like. Lively pretty athletic, like athletic as hell. Like you would normally see Lively with like a Kentucky or something.
You
Like
think so?
yeah, because like Duke normally have like they bigs be a little more finesse. If you think about it,
You got a little
you
bit
know.
more skill.
Yeah, and that's what it is. To be honest, I think it's just they just like, all right, we need a guy that can just fit this system and fit the image, and we just gonna go with him. 4, 5 star, we good. Because we got our small forwards, we got our power forwards, we got our guards. We just need that center that's skilled, can fit in, rebound a little bit, box out. We're good. We'll send him to the draft and does what he do.
you ain't lying, bro.
Pretty
They,
much.
Duke is known for they always seem to find some type of impact player though, and
Yeah.
they kind of
Yeah.
run their whole thing around one to two guys.
Yeah,
It
that,
Mm-hmm.
ain't really no centers.
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
their they don't need. They got those
They
skilled
they
players. They
they,
got
they
there coming.
usually
Now you
get
got
some
what
really. They
Kentucky
usually
had
get
the
nice
big men
forwards
for a
and
while, huh?
guards.
Wasn't it Kentucky that was getting all
Or
the
the
like
big.
you had DeMarcus Cousins
Yeah.
and all those
What
type of
else?
guys for a
Yeah.
while?
With
Yeah,
Calipari,
PJ. Yeah.
Calabrini,
They
yeah,
all over, man.
what
yeah.
Calipari was running with.
Nick
Don Cal.
Richards.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
They had
That
a
was
lot of
That's
big.
why
They
I
had a
like to
lot of
look
big
at.
men went through that.
yeah.
I look at that resume stuff too, man. With the colleges, I look at the history when sometimes when I want to decide on who we should take a look at. 'Cause, I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a look at some Kentucky players because I mean, look at the history. Shit, it ends up good.
Anthony Davis, and even the dudes that we done took. Darius Miller didn't do bad here. He played his role, played hard.
Darius Miller was actually I was mad
Yeah,
about it at first, but when he played, I was like, you
yeah,
know
he
what?
did, man.
He started got better from year to year.
Did his job, man.
And he
Terrence
left right on
Jones,
with Dell Demps, huh? We
Julius
ain't never heard
Randle.
from him since.
Yeah.
Every Kentucky player that came here did decent, didn't they? If I'm mistaken.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would look at another one of the Kentucky players. How about the center that? Well, he could transfer now.
We had another Kentucky player that was here with Julius Randle. What was that brother name, man?
He
was really good too.
What was it? What position? I'll let you know.
Damn, he was like a power forward, man.
Darius Miller.
No, not Darius Miller.
I
Darius
think
somebody else.
I'm getting a feel for it.
Was it what you said? Something Jones?
Was it Terrence Jones?
Jones.
Yeah,
Terrence Jones. Yeah, Terrence Jones. A bucket.
Terrence Jones was really good.
Dog in him.
He was good. He was very.
I don't know what happened where he.
I don't know what
he
that.
fell off the face of the earth after.
I don't know.
I don't know. He was
That
on
was-
I don't understand.
LeBron. I remember that one.
Politics of it.
Yeah, he was better in Houston.
But the boy
Yeah, he
could
was
ball
good.
though.
Yeah,
man.
he
Very
was
solid.
better
I
in
don't
Houston.
get it.
Very solid.
Politics.
Let me bring in a couple of more family members here. Brother Hakeem, welcome on. Then Brother Jalil is added to the panel. Brother Hakeem, how you doing, sir? The floor is yours. How you doing today, my friend?
Hey man, I'm good, bro. Thank y'all. I finally get to go ahead and interact with y'all up here in enemy territory in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Shout out Uptown, Third Wall, Callio, Urado, and Galvez. That's where it all started. But
All right.
just listening to the content. You know what I'm saying? You Lex, DC, Big Qski. For me, we don't have enough. We've done developing players. Like, you know what I'm saying? At this point, you got to shoot for the stars.
Yes.
So for me, if we gonna go ahead and get the ship right, I'm with Lex. You know what I'm saying? It does start with the coach, but unfortunately, he went to Walgreens and got a contract extension, so we stuck with him. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. We ain't nothing we could do about that. Unfortunately, like I view Willie in the sense of, when you have to cook out at City Park, the kids got their own little cooler where they can go and get Coke, Pepsi, and Sprite. The adults got the liquor with the wine coolers and whatever they're going to drink. Willie Green is Czech Cola, if anybody used to ever drink Czech Cola. You know what I'm saying? It tastes good. It was cheap. You didn't complain, but you still got, it wasn't Coke, Sprite, or Dr. Pepper.
Crush.
But
It was under crush.
yeah, for sure. Right, like kind of like growing up in the project. Instead of getting Captain Crunch, you ate King Vitamin, that kind of thing. But
Man, King Vitamin was good from sugar.
Man.
Dog.
oh, it was. Oh no lie, DC. I was on it, bro. I ain't no faking. Ain't no faking. I was on Kaboom too, the fake Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
But yeah, but moving forward though, I think at this point, like I said, shooting for the stars. We have to. I think Minnesota would listen to us with 2 first-round picks for Nas. The reason I don't want Zach Edey is because you would have to literally play half-court basketball the entire game, and your point total would literally plateau at 100 points. That's it. He would clog up all the driving lanes for the 18-wheeler known as Zion Williamson. So to me, you need the guy that can go ahead and stretch. He can switch off ball. He can guard all 5 positions. So to me, Nas is probably the big target. But we should have made the move last offseason during the trade deadline on Onyeka Okongwu, man. Okongwu will be a perfect small ball. Like he's an upgraded version of Larry. You know what I'm saying? Now he did have a bunch of injury problems this year and stuff like that, but everybody get hurt. We see that with Zion. You know what I'm saying?
You think Nas ready for the moment?
Whatever. He showed you a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? This playoff series. You know, and matter of fact,
As a starter.
there was games where he outplayed Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, as a starter,
That's true.
absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
I agree
And
with you though. It's
he
a
showed
different
up.
role when you starting as opposed to,
Yes,
as
sir.
opposed to starting as you do coming off the bench. There is a difference
Yeah.
with
And
that.
ain't as much
But I don't
pressure.
think that would be a hard transition for him. Right. At all. You know what I'm saying? Seeing as being what we got. And just like Lex said, the Pelicans are the team that would draft the guy with need, aka Jordan Hawkins, and will let him sit up there and collect dust on the bench.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's awful.
He sat up there. Okay, Jordan Hawkins made 109 3-pointers this year, right?
More than
BI
B.
made 86. BI played 1,000 more minutes than this young man.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's coaching.
Better speak
So
that.
I agree. This is where Lex is right, people. It's that you draft a guy with a position of need. We needed shooting. Y'all say we needed shooting. We need shooting. We need shooting. You got a sniper, and you sit up there and park him on the bench after the All-Star game, and then make up these lame narratives. Oh, he don't play defense. Well, what defense does CJ play?
Al, you better speak that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, they hunt CJ on defense. So but Jordan Hawkins at least, and you know what? He's an excellent rebounder for a kid that's 6'4". You know what I'm saying? He gives effort. Like everybody can't be Herb Jones on defense.
Nope.
That's what the miss. That's what gets me is like, oh well, he ain't playing because he ain't playing no defense. Herb. Who else? Herb and maybe
Nice.
Grand Theft Alvarado or your two best defenders on the team.
Nah,
Everybody else
Dice.
is just okay, right?
How, how
So
about
I
Dice?
mean, at
Herb
this
and
point, what
Dice,
is
man. That's the
defense?
two best defenders.
What you think
Dice
about
and
Dice?
Alvarado.
Oh,
To be honest
my
with you.
bad. You're right, DC. Dice. You know what I'm saying? But Dice, unfortunately, Dice is like Ben Simmons. He gets near the basket and wants to go ahead and pass the damn basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's shooting layups or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Dice has no confidence in his offensive game whatsoever. And the fact that we picked him eighth, like we are missing too high in the draft. But yet at 17, you found
He
Trey
just got to
Murphy.
figure out that he's 6'8", bro. He still ain't figured it out.
We ain't got time to wait, OG.
He
You know what
20,
I'm
man.
saying? Like we getting run out of time. Like, we
Yeah.
don't have the right people in office. You know what I'm saying? In the front office. Dennis Lauscher and Mickey Loomis. Like, these people aren't basketball people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they, they just want to be. They just want to be consumed with, giving a product that the fans can say, oh, okay, then he's worth watching. We've been an organization for over 20 years, man. And the thing is just, the attitude has just been mediocrity. Mediocrity.
Yeah.
Like, we've only won 2 playoff series in 22 years, right? That's not good. Like, no wonder
That's
Stephen A. and Draymond and everybody else is,
yeah.
they talking their noise about us. It's warranted. It's not like they're just talking shit because they hate New Orleans. It's the truth.
Yep.
It's the flat out truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, things have got to change. And by the way, I this is just my personal opinion. To what y'all was saying earlier, Houston will get better this year because they have a really good young coach. The Spurs will get better because they have one player that everybody will love to gravitate towards and would like to play with. Ja is coming back in Memphis. So this year, 45 wins might get you top 4. Just off that, you know what I'm saying? Who's returning and how the West is stacked up, from who already made the playoffs and stuff this year, So we have to make this transition from mediocrity to just straight up, like, we have to be contenders because I believe after this year, this is Zion's 6th year.
Yep.
After this year, I think he might look at this and be like, man, look, I done been with 3 coaches.
Yeah.
I haven't played in the playoff game. And mainly that's been due to him not being available. But he might look at the long-term sustainability of this franchise and say, bro, look, I got to be associated with permanent winning. And I don't like that. I don't think that it's not people like to blame New Orleans, like New Orleans is not a basketball city. People don't know our people, man. If y'all winning, we gonna come. It's just that simple. If you winning, we gonna come. If you out there with that bullshit, we ain't messing with you. We just not messing with you, man. Like we off the powder milk. You know what I'm saying? We done moved up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, to me, that's the state of the franchise right now. And again, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for letting me come on. You know what I'm saying?
No problem,
Y'all
bro.
do a fantastic job.
Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? DC Lex. Hey man, Lex, you need your own show, man. You know, uh Husky, hey, you the man, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I love how you break it down eloquently, and then when you have to turn up, you turn up. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from a place of objectivity, because a lot of people in our fan base aren't objective. You got a bunch of kumbaya mugs, that just think, oh, just support the team. Nah, it ain't that. You got to see through all of that. It's kind of like wanting the best for your children. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could send them to a better school, you're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you can get them a better automobile instead of a clunker, you will do that. You know what I'm saying? And so, but again, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Pels Nation. Hopefully we can get it right this year. But I would like to be the total optimist, but with this regime, man, especially with David Griffin, he's a wordsmith for real. Like he can word some stuff to make it sound
Yes.
like it's good gumbo, man, and it really turned out to just be pig slop. And I'm tired of eating it, bro. For real. I'm just tired of eating it, man. So, but thank y'all for letting me go ahead and share, man. I appreciate y'all. I really enjoy the work that y'all do, and I look forward to everything that y'all do going forward on this platform, man, because it's really very informative. And even though and I can appreciate when y'all disagree, because even when y'all disagree, y'all make points. I watch I watch podcasts, man, and you just got people that just go along with everything, and you just be saying to yourself like, damn, bro, for real? For real? Like y'all agree? Like, oh, okay then. I
Everybody think the
mean,
same way.
but
Yeah.
nah, but y'all are objective. Y'all listen to each other. Y'all don't talk over each other. It's just a blessing, man. So thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, brother
Appreciate you.
Hakeem, man. Much love to you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
man.
bro. Thank you, my brother. All right, we got brother
For
Jalil.
sure, man.
Are you there, brother Jalil? We're gonna bring in A Davis too after brother Jalil. Are you there, brother Jalil?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been a long time, fellas. How y'all been?
Good, bro. How you been,
How
man?
you doing?
Life
Been
been
a
life.
while, bro. Where the hell you been
Yeah, we
hiding
ain't
there,
seen
Jalil?
you in a
Hey,
while, man.
life has been kicking my butt, man. I'm just getting back into it.
Man.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Bro,
Yeah,
sometimes life make you take a detour there, bro. I told
Man, you
DC that.
can't win all the battles, man. You can't
Yeah.
win
yeah,
all them
man. Life
battles.
kicking my behind. Pelicans ain't making it no damn better neither. Yeah, man. Watching them was such a struggle, boy. I'm just like,
Yeah.
bro. But
But yeah, the floor is yours, brother. What you think about what's going on, bro?
hey, Hakeem just stole my thunder, bro. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Yeah, shout out to
Honestly.
Hakeem, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy,
shout
he
out to that
came in
brother,
here, he
man.
unloaded
Yeah,
on him, boy.
he did
But
unload.
I agree with Lex and Hakeem, man. We gotta go swing for the fences, man. No more projects, no more stuttering around, no more lateral moves. It's like, bro, we need big swings. And now you gotta trade BI, do that. You gotta trade Dyson, you do that. You gotta trade CJ, you do that. Hell, if a good offer comes along and Herb has to be on the table, you might have to do that too. Honestly. I just don't want to see no more mediocrity. I agree with Hakeem. It's like this whole draft situation is cool if you want to pick up a bench piece or a role player, but overall, just what we've been seeing over the past couple of years, we need more offense. All these defensive guys, and we want to stay long and defense, and everybody switching and all this other stuff. Man, listen, I've seen enough defensive lineups to last a lifetime, bro. I promise you, I never want to see that again in my life. Now, I need some 3-point shooting. I need some more offense out there. It just David Griffin need to do something else, bro. Honestly, mean, with Trajan leaving, you got what's his name, Bryson Graham coming
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
in.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of offers on the table, and I watched some of y'all guys' videos previously about who's the better fit between Dejounte, Darius Garland, Trey Young. Obviously, Trey Young will probably be your first option just because it's Trey Young, multiple time All Star. You know, they took his team to the conference finals. You got to go with that swing. After
Yeah.
that, I would say Garland, and then Dejounte. Yeah. I'm just not sure how that fits with Zion because I think you're running into a lot of the same problems that you did with Bi too.
Jalil, what
So,
about adding one more player to the mix? His name is popping up. Well, two actually. You got Donovan Mitchell, right?
right.
And also the brother over there for the Chicago Bulls, Zach Levine. His name has entered the conversation. They've been trying to get off of him for a while now.
Hey,
What do you think about those two people as well?
DC, I'm gonna let you know right now. If you want another CJ McCollum on the team, you go get Zach Levine. You don't want them
Actually,
problems.
I
you
wouldn't say
think he?
that.
I think he might be better. I think he's
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
better than
better.
CJ. To
yeah, I
be
wouldn't say
honest,
that,
Zach
but
is actually better.
Hey, he's
and
better,
plus
but it's
he,
another
He ain't
CJ.
Man,
developed.
CJ ain't getting 50-point game on any
Well,
given
no,
night.
alley oop.
Zach can drop
yeah,
50, bro.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Especially
and
with
plus
Zion, a lot
Zach
of money
and
though.
my
Zion
thing
are
is
pretty
also
cool.
my bad. Now, my
Nah,
thing
you got the
also,
flow.
so you got to worry about his little bit of injury history too. But we dealt with that with
Facts.
the guy. So
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
now, as far as who's the other player you named,
D Mitch.
D
Donovan.
Mitch, yeah, if he's available, you go get him. I don't care that he's only last year. Go do it. But Cat, if he ever comes available, eh, listen, homie play too soft for me. I'm sorry. I want more asshole ism on the team. Dudes that's gonna light that fire, don't light that spark. Don't go out there and ball,
Hmm.
talk some smack, get the team energized. We got way too many nice guys. I'm
Yeah,
tired of David Griffin with the whole, oh, we got
humans.
good human beings on the team.
Hmm.
And forget all that, man. Give me some assholes in here.
Yeah, criminals.
I wouldn't say that. Come on,
Criminal flex, damn.
God, leave.
Man, let's say go on down there and go play some ball.
Violence.
Yeah. And also
Got
on
some
the
real
point of
ballers in Angola.
Look, yeah, violence. We got you, Jalil.
We can start with we can start with Master P on the staff.
Yeah,
Man,
I would
actually,
not have them. We need something different.
realistically though, we all here and you like, yeah, put P on the staff. Cause
I
do
said
we
that
really
DC be
want
nice
Master
on
P
this
on the
team.
staff? Like for real?
Yeah.
For real,
Facts.
for real?
I don't
That's
I
know
a
mean, you can look
exactly.
at what he did with his son. Master P got a son though. He balling, man.
he a winner, bro, in life. Period, bro. He don't come to play, bro. Like
They could
not to
make him like
mention
some type of life advisor or something, I think. But how do you view P's X's and O's though? I mean, he did play in the
he
NBA.
played. I mean, and then like even if look, even if he not as sharp in that aspect, he's such a winner and will understand that to put the right things around that may be a strength in that aspect. I believe that he has the intelligence to know that hey, or the will to want to win to know that I bet this is why I'm a little weak at, but damn sure know what we need. And I know people that's strong in this suit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like P, any from Louisiana. Come on now. You think he ain't gonna put this shit on the map? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not to only mention, I mean, hey, us black people, man, when we come to do something, man, we trying to get that shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he gonna try to, I mean, he gonna try to bring something special here. Like, I feel like he ambitious. Ambitious. Whatever he does, he's ambitious at it. He done did shit as an artist independent that a lot of people wouldn't even put their mind to. You dig what I'm saying? So we know he's a strong-willed individual. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just all about having compassion. Nah, at all costs. We gotta do what we gotta do. You know
So
what I'm saying? And he
can I
ain't just gonna be there for the money. It's gonna be a combination of everything. You dig what I'm saying? P a winner at life to me. Any love the game as well. So yeah.
can I pose y'all a question? A couple
Okay.
questions. This for all of y'all. So if
Okay.
I put this trade on the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
The main premise of this trade is not for these players. Well, it's for the players right now, but you can obviously move them at the deadline or maybe next offseason. That would be the bigger move. If you could get DeJounte and Clint Capella for BI and Dyson, would you do it?
Yeah.
Now I see your face, Big Q. This is a stopgap move, brother. Now, if you can move them later on, let's just say Clint Capella is on the expire. He's on expiring this year. Let's just say Jared Allen runs into big turmoil with the Cavs, and you
Mhm.
trade Clint, and maybe let's just say a first, and then you get Jared Allen on the team. And for next off season, let's just say somebody big comes available. You use that salary from DeJounte Murray, and you add in maybe one more player, whoever that may be, and you get a better league guard than DeJounte. If that's the long term plan, would you guys do it?
Yeah.
I
But
would
that's it.
say I would say no because the Pelicans don't have long term plans. They haven't done nothing to show me that they can have long term plans. So no, if you get Dejounte is pretty much gonna ride out the majority of that contract. And if we don't perform up to expectations, like we would probably just lose Clint Capella for nothing. Um, they haven't shown me to be that smart. So I don't trust it. If we had a different front office and like we're you know debating on another guy, coming up, let's say like my guy Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham signs his contract. They kind of
Right.
looking at it like, man, we got 2 more years. Cade probably gonna call for a trade. You are him and Zion. I know each other. Whatever. Right? Yeah, I could look at something like that then. But this front office, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. You pipe dreaming, thinking that they would be smart enough to pull something like that off.
Yeah, that
I
that was
respect that.
that was a very intricate way you put that together, brother Jalil. To be honest with you, because
Great idea.
it was a multi-pronged plan. Like you acquire a player with the intent of moving said player for a better player later on in the duration. And I'm thinking, I was like, damn, that requires a multi-pronged complex plan and a bit of a visionary to be able to see. Since we can't get the player we want, I can't jump to this square right now, but I can I can get there if I move here, and then eventually when the time is right, I'll move there. That's chess. That is not the Pelicans. And listen, no disrespect to because I think Swin, like we talked about Master P, Swin is the perennial winner the same way, and I think they need to elevate it up. But man, listen, bro, I can tell you exactly what the Pelicans are going to try to do. They're going to try to land Trey Young or Spider Mitchell because they have to find a superstar
Yeah,
to
they
pair
do.
with. They got to. They're not going to be able to afford one in free agency because they messed up money wise. So they're going to have to acquire it through a traded asset. We traded AD to get BI and others. Now BI is going out to get somebody else. So that's how we got to get our superstar. So they have to land a superstar. Now, if you don't get Donovan Mitchell or Trey Young, then they definitely gonna look at a guy like a DeJounte Murray or Darius Garland. But they going for a superstar. They need a superstar. That's the mindset. I love your plan though, man. It just that's chess. And Pelicans don't look like they playing chess to me. You don't have three coaches in 3 years, and then the first two mess up the third because you have to go cheap on Willie Green.
Yeah.
That don't make any sense. But the
That's why
media don't talk about it.
Willie so calm, cool, and collected.
Right, the
Because he
dog.
knows it.
Yeah, and that's the thing about also chess, which their Brad. I'm aiming this right at David Griffin.
Hmm.
To sign um, himself and Willie to secret extensions in 2023. Don't let it leak until the start of the plans, right before the plans, end of regular season in 2024. Let it leak and don't let them even talk about asking about it. So we know that they got extensions. I'm saying it's got to be at least a 5-year extension. He did that, signed it last year. You don't do that. You let Willie prove it. see if he can coach under pressure, and then reward him, or at least see what the landscape looks like when you hit that area of time and you see these coaches available. Maybe you can land a Kenny Atkinson, a coach like that has a bigger, grander resume, or who's in a better coaching space than a Willie Green is. But that's not what they do, and that's why I'm saying this dude is snake oil, and everything that this son of a gun talk about is always in generalities. Be mindful of these type of people when they never talk in specifics. It's always weird, long, drawn out, fluffy generalities. That's a snake oil salesman, the con man. And he got Gail, and people found him said, Brother King mentioned it. I mentioned, I don't know how many times, that you can't have people, if you got a person like Gail that runs a team and she don't know about basketball, the second guy got to know about basketball. The third guy got to know about basketball. If it's a lady, they got to know about basketball. But in the end, man, you can't have two people at the top of your team that don't know about basketball, and you're over relying on the third guy, which is Griffin. And he just fluffy, got all these fluffy words with nothing specific. What's the plan on this? 5 years we done had to watch the Pelicans, and it's a day of basically a playing team, 2 mediocre playoff appearances. We're not sniffing any Western Conference attempt. 5 years. That's more than enough time to see where you at. Look, like Lex always talks about OKC and Minnesota's development, man. Listen, you can take teams that you started the resets with, and look how far these people have got. Look at what Minnesota did. You were laughing at Minnesota with that Rudy Gobert nonsense.
But it was a
And
splash.
it wasn't last. You ain't laughing now.
Well, actually,
DC each
Kendrick
occurrence.
Perkins came out. Kendrick Perkins came out and suggested that we should trade Brandon Ingram from Rudy Gobert.
With no point guard.
Be looking for a center. I think Brandon Ingram would look great in Minnesota.
Oh boy.
And the Pelicans could get their center of the future. Rudy, big guy, be down on the block, go down there, eat some gumbo, and block 5 shots.
Oh, wow. You know what?
That don't fit. That doesn't
Your
fit.
voice of impersonation was very the top tier, buddy. Top tier.
I like it better than the Stan Van Gundy. I'll tell you that was less
Are
than
you for real? I like do the Van Gundy. Remind
no.
us what the Van Gundy.
I'm tired of this shit. You always come in here and you talk about me eating rocky rolls, ice creams. I don't even eat that shit. I eat mint chocolate. Okay? And never after the game. I gotta work out and dribble the basketball, put it behind my back like y'all saw in that video. I do that shit in practice all the time. Before I tell Zion to go down and hit the fucking I was the one showing him how to do those swings. I was the better boy, Big Q. And we got playoffs. If they wouldn't have fired me, I shouldn't have threw some of my players under the bus. I'm sorry about that. But it doesn't make me a bad head coach. I'm not a bad head coach. I don't want to coach any goddamn more. Because when they talk about the draft, I just start shaking. I can't get over it. I did therapy. Kyle Lewis has ruined my life. All right, Q. I'm done.
I do
You
wish
kept going, man.
I do wish your mic would have let you be great so we can hear every little detail, but that'll do.
Oh, my mic was messing up?
Just a little bit, brother.
I'm sorry. We had some technical issues today going on before the show started. We got it, little jackleg bootleg situation going on.
Yeah. Hey, what y'all? I'm about to say, what y'all think about drafting? Would y'all be open to drafting guard or something in the draft too? Because if so,
To sit
I
on
would
the
say
bench.
another prospect, AJ Johnson.
The only guard I'm trying to draft is some guards to put on some Clippers, bro. We got too many guards right now. They ain't gonna play.
Yeah, we need proven guards right now.
I like Tyson from Cal. That'd be one of the guys, but he kind of could probably play a wing too. If we did get a guard, it'd have to be like
who we moving?
somebody who could like guard big, like big wing players or something. They would have to
What
have a level of
position?
versatility. Like you got the Ryan Duncat. I could see them doing something like that. You got a dude, what is Ron Highland? They're talking about him dropping. I could see something like that. But I don't think they would draft a guard that don't have like amazing defensive capabilities. That's the only way I could see us getting one. You damn sure ain't gonna
And
draft one that could shoot out the gym or got this phenomenal offensive game unless you see him as a starter.
I'm sorry, I'm not drafting a guard, bro. We draft a
I
guard, he got to get through
mean,
Willie Johnson. How we
you
gonna get him
really
through
need
that?
some size. You
That's
can't
the whole
teach
thing, man.
size, man.
Willie goddamn Green. Oh my
Yeah,
man,
that's
he
And
like
really, he ain't gonna play him.
yeah,
we
Like
yeah.
all we
you
all
think
Dillingham.
you
like
think
Rob
whatever guard
Dillingham,
he
brother.
is picked up, they gonna play over Jose?
They will play Rob Dillingham
Well,
over Jose, but we can't get him.
well, that would definitely let us know the
Would
future
they,
of
DC?
of
They
him.
wouldn't have a choice, Lex. He too good.
Nah, I wouldn't
So
You
if
either.
you
are
got
you
If you
sure? I
got Reed
He's
mean,
not going
Shepard
to
or
get there
Rob
though.
Dillingham or
He's
somebody
not
like
going.
that,
Jordan
they gotta
Hawkins is
play him
good
over.
too.
But they ain't making it out
You know
of
what I'm
10.
saying? I
And
But
really, the
mean,
best.
Jordan Hawkins need like a point guard or not a point guard, but somebody who's a facilitator to
I
kind of
don't
set up
know.
a lot of his
yeah. I mean,
He
shots.
well,
cooked.
he's
He
a
cooked in that
shooter.
Mavericks game.
Yeah,
All I'm
but
saying is that, like, you know,
You have
if
somebody.
whatever guard is drafted, any of the
Reed
players that are on this roster is
We've been
Willie Green
drafting.
gonna play that person
Reed, Reed
over the
Shepard,
guys that we have now.
Reed Shepard, I think he would because he plays defense. So.
Yeah, he might end up. And look, like I said, I would if we take anybody from Kentucky. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna just wait and see.
Brother
I'm,
Don advocating for Kentucky, huh, brother?
hey
Trying to get some
man,
ball
hey the
players.
Yeah, I
league, the
gotta do
league,
better with Kentucky, man.
the the
I ain't mad at
They
you,
a
brother.
college.
man, the league. Oh, you say you against that, Lex?
Louisville and Kentucky are against each other, buddy.
Oh,
They're
you fine. Oh, but
rivals.
hey,
You
Lex.
know what
The
I'm
fact,
saying?
the fact is this, Lex. They
that
put them.
that that's why I'm quiet
They
on
ball in
my
that
own.
league. They ball in the league.
They
Every
do.
Yeah,
every
They do.
I
team.
know they do.
They
I
do.
know
Boy,
I know what's up with Kentucky. I can
I like my
tell
Terry.
y'all about all of
I
them.
like I like
You
my
know what I'm saying?
Hey Lex, I like my Terry Roziers, my
Look,
Montrezl Harrells,
Rondo went to Kentucky and he from Louisville. All right, so
and
trust
then
me.
how about the other guy? Y'all remember the other guy that we drafted from Louisville? I forgot his name. Point guard. You should know him, Lex. We drafted
What,
him.
D'Lo?
Nope, I know D-Lo. No, we drafted him. Little guy can play. He would go hard. I forgot his
When they
name.
draft him,
Back in like 2000, maybe 14,
He must have
13.
been a
you
backup
talking
pick, huh?
about
Yeah, he
Darren
wouldn't
Collison?
know because
Darren
Who?
Collison, UCLA.
He
there's
wasn't.
not a
No, yeah,
whole
he
lot
No,
of
wasn't Kentucky.
there's not a
no,
whole lot of Louisville
no.
guys up in the
Somebody
league that
know him
are
in this. Somebody know
making
him in that.
noise. Just letting you know.
Wait, was Marcus Thornton? No, that wasn't.
No, that's LSU. DC, what's wrong with
No,
you?
no matter what.
I don't remember
DC
what
just
college he
that's
went to,
But
man.
we would have
I'm trying to
gladly
think
taken
I
that
think it's
bit.
something
he was
Smith.
drafted.
Something Smith. Russ Smith.
Russ, he went to Memphis.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
No,
got that.
no. Russ Smith.
I
It's
know
like
Russ Ridiculous.
no. Hold up. You said Russ
That's
Ridiculous?
Russ Ridiculous. That was
yeah.
his nickname.
No.
He went to
No,
Memphis.
Man, y'all search him up. No, we drafted him though.
Okay,
We
and then
must
you
have
shipped him
traded the
off
pick.
to the Memphis.
Yeah, look. Even if you search him up, it says Louisville men's basketball, 9 New Orleans Pelicans guard. See what I'm saying? We took him first. That's why I was just saying if you remember him, Lex. It's not a big deal, but y'all
Oh,
just saying
okay.
if he was pretty good. Yeah, we drafted him. Russ
Yeah,
Smith.
he didn't stay in long. He
Yeah.
as
He
far as
was-
running plays, well, he didn't have it. He improvises a lot.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
yeah.
if if
Nah, he
if,
one of them
if you're
overseas
talking
guys.
about a system player,
Yeah.
even under Rick Pitino, he was not a system player.
Yeah, no, you're right.
He went at look. Rick Pitino told him to do something, and all he heard was just get the ball up in the hole.
Get the bucket.
Yeah,
Now
you know
Russ,
what
he
I'm
was definitely
saying?
a
He
bucket
didn't
getter
run the
for real.
play. He went audible every single time. And you know, if you're in the NBA, you have to be able to play within a system.
Uh-huh.
So that's what killed him.
Yeah, nah, that's
But
fact.
he was man, the dog in him. Like
Oh,
he was a bucket. He was like he was gonna get there, but he
at like
wasn't gonna
five,
do it your
like
way.
4 feet. My man about like 5'10", 6. I don't know. But bro was he went hard, like for real. But it still ain't better than Kentucky guys, you know.
I mean that's fine. I mean it's not like Louisville got a whole lot of guys. I mean Rick Pitino didn't want them type guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we yeah Louisville
But
got
Lex,
Rick Pitino at a
you
bad
good though,
time.
Lex. You good though, Lex, cause I'm a Georgetown fan, so I ain't got no room to talk. I ain't got no
Okay,
room.
well they got AI.
Lex, we talking about current players.
What? I'm
We,
just
I don't
saying.
even want to
That's
get.
how. Look, I know they got the Ewing, him and his
Look, you
son.
talking about all old players.
I'm
Nah, we ain't
saying.
got. We need some
Look,
two
hey,
thousands.
I'm just saying. Hey,
We
look. They
can't
got
talk.
they had some strong players. All right.
Yeah, we did.
You got brother A Davis, man. Are you there, man? You on the panel, bro? You want chime in?
Yeah,
On
yeah,
tonight.
I'm hanging around. You know, I'm enjoying the show.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you chiming in.
Appreciate
What
you
you think
being
about the
in here.
Pelicans?
I hate to start there, but I'm trying to lean more optimistic. So, been I've been trying to lean into the draft because if I think about what we should do as far as the trade situations go, I'm knowing us being Pels fans, you set up for disappointment. But I'm gonna put it out there first. The first the first move that should be made, really to me, the only move that should be made is either Trey or Mitch. Everybody understands it's gotta be one of those two. I would say you target Trey Young first because yes, he's an expensive contract, but he's signed long term. The moment you get Trey, you immediately put Z because he signed for 3 years, Trey for three. You extend Trey Murphy for three, Herb signed for three. That becomes your new core, right? You got a playmaker, creator, shooter, space, all of that. Z is amazing. So Z, being your best player, moves Trey Young to the two, which you could kind of see how that worked with like the Kyrie. So even if because the rumors have been going out that David Griffin doesn't like Trey Young for whatever reason, but even if that would be the case, Trey Young as the two, you see how that worked with Kyrie. Even when they had Kyrie as the one, it wasn't the best, but look what it could do for you as the two. Then you make Trey Murphy even more dynamic, which you about to spend 100 mil on him as well. So you need to put him in a situation to succeed. And also you allow her to play a little bit better. So that would leave you having to fill in your five and your bench and stuff like that. But those four, if that's your core, you can you can compete in the West with that, in my opinion. So with that being said, I got the move for CJ, or at least the thoughts for CJ, if it would be doable. I would move CJ if possible to Utah and try and reunite Trey Young with either John Collins and see if you could get Collins and Kessler. Now, Collins not necessarily the greatest, but if you remember if you got a great guard, you don't even need the greatest of bigs. Like look what Gafford was in Washington compared to what he looked like in Dallas. Like, and the only difference is the guard, the elite guards, make plays for him, make the game very simple. So if you got John Collins, bring him back with that pick and roll. You got the Z pick and roll. Collins can space a little bit. And if you can somehow pluck Kessler out of that, or like let's say Collins in 10, and you maybe take a draft pick or something like that, okay, cool. But I wouldn't be opposed. I just think once you move BI, you gotta move and you bring in a player like Trey, you gotta move CJ. Too small, then you make way for Jordan Hawkins to play like just come on, do it. Also, I got a kind of like a conspiracy theory about the Willie Green extension and why it wasn't announced. I think the Willie Green extension was only like a year or two extension. Like coming into the season, I think he was going into this season was it the last year of his deal, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
Is Yeah, so
Yeah.
coming into
Yes.
this year, Willie would have been coaching on the last year of his deal. And I think he had been doing well enough that Griff was probably like, I don't really want to have him coaching on, the last year. So they do the secret extension. It's probably so bad of an extension, they didn't want to embarrass him by announcing it. So I think
Embarrass him or embarrass us?
both.
Okay.
Shit, both. Because you'll have, in the media, people love Willie Green. So if you announce Willie Green signed a 1 year or 2 year extension, you're gonna have people in the media coming out saying, well, he's improved the team every year. They got to the playoffs twice. They got 49 wins. The most, like, you'll see all of that, but people that actually watch the team, because mainstream media don't actually watch the fucking games, to know we was on 27, all these blown 4-quarter leads and all of that, they don't know. But you would have them saying more negativity. So I think that's why the extension was announced. Like, what wasn't announced, I'm sorry. So my thought is Griff, because he's a liar, is getting ready to throw Willie under the bus come this season. You don't announce the extension, but you give Willie a little bit of security, like, all right, look, we're gonna bring you back next year. Let's say you trade for Trae Young. You make the Trae Young trade knowing damn well Willie can't coach no offense. It's gonna give you the reason to come out and say, well, we gotta move to another coach. My suspicion is by 20 to 30 games, Willie is fired.
This year?
This season coming up. 20 to 30. If they make a
What
big
make you
move.
What's the
think that?
record?
It don't matter the record. The offense just got to be
Damn.
terrible.
I think it may be 500.
If they start off like they started off this, let's say he go get Trae Young, right? And they start off this season, because I think they started off the season like 6-8 or 8-6, something like, it didn't look good. And then
Right.
eventually they kind of started getting it together after Z in the post game was like, look, I'm trying to buy in. Alluding to what was going on with Brandon and them not wanting to run the offense. So my thought is, let's say 20 to 30 games into the season, if you sitting there somewhere around 15-13, something like that, I think Griff has no choice but to pull the trigger and fire him.
After giving them a secret extension?
That's why I say I don't think the extension was that great, because if the extension isn't that great, like, we don't know how many years, you don't know the amount.
No,
You don't.
that's right.
So you
Go.
think it might be 1 year?
I think exactly. I think the extension was like a 1+1 type deal. Because if it's a 5-year, $70 million deal, why not announce it?
Because it's a 5-year, $70 million deal.
You,
That's why you don't announce it.
but
Everybody would be pissed about that. There would be like
the
a
the
major
But
fan
he
base
may
uproar.
would
he may
look.
have a point though.
The fan base would be upset, but mainstream media would say, "Well, look what Willie did when he got the team compared to where they are now." Now, again, we watch the
Ah,
games. We watch the games, so we know that they suck.
I hear a lot of people this year, they were talking down on Willie. Like a lot of the media people and other coaches, like, I
And
don't know about
commentate
that.
or
Now
anal
maybe
yeah.
maybe
Comment.
before this year, you might be on to something. But
Wh-
after this year, like, man, they seen what he
After
was doing.
after the season ended, we had a lot of people like starting to question Willie, because it was like, okay, but when they lay out the record and say, okay, you went from, what was it, 32 wins, y'all made the playoffs, then you had
Mhm.
the 39, or was it the 36 wins, 42 wins, then 49 wins. You made the playoffs 2 of those years. 2 years your best player been hurt. Like, that's all of the stuff they would say. So if he actually announced the extension, I don't think it wouldn't go over well with the Pels fans, but I think you could sell it to the mainstream media. My thought is the extension is not a great extension, and Willie on some, like, if you announce a 1+1, they say, why sign it?
Well, I think it's more like 2 years. I just got to go with this. This organization is so uncreative, and that's
I
usually what
agree.
their extensions
Yeah.
have been. Is all 2 year extensions.
Lack
That's
of
what they do everybody.
imagination.
Why would they do anything different with Willie? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's probably like 2 years.
Yeah. So
And
if
boy,
it's
if I
a
had $1 for every time a non Pelicans commentator in the NBA during the game said, I don't understand why Willie doesn't Play JV more. If I had $1 for that shit, watching all these NBA games, bro, they
Yeah.
constantly was talking about that all year.
Mhm.
Which I just is let's say let's say you're writing this a 2-year deal. And we known to fire people early. You don't think if he make a deal for Trey Young, or if Griff tried to save himself and say, look, because Griff was upset about Willie not playing Jordan either. Like, why am I drafting these players or trading for players if you're not gonna play them? So my thought
Yeah,
is
that's true.
if
Willie
he
sold
on
him on the idea because of Trey Murphy. To me, I was thinking he was going to do the same thing with Jordan he did with Trey Murphy, except he forgot to play him at the end of the
yeah.
season and in the playoffs
Yeah,
or
because
something
he's
like
not
that.
a good coach, and he has a terrible feel for the game.
Yeah,
So
he does.
yeah, if you go to the games and you watch him, you can tell by his mannerisms he has no idea what's going on.
Exactly.
You
That
better
body
speak that.
language.
Yeah, so watching it, and I could just imagine Griff. Let's say it take Brandon, Dyson, Larry, whatever, in 2 firsts to get Trey Young. And then you don't run a Zion Trey Young pick and roll. Like, I
Cause
just
you
it's
didn't
Bro,
see him.
yeah, like
man, you think the worst coach in the NBA would at least
Yeah,
have to
and
do that, bro.
that's
Like,
what the NBA is all about. Is pick and roll.
you
and
have
but you
to.
can realistically see a world where he
They
wouldn't
ran it.
do it.
Oh damn, I was just about to say they ran
He
it
was
with
doing them
JJ Redick, but
daggone
that was Alvin
handoffs.
Gentry. That was Alvin
E-
Gentry running it with JJ Redick and
exactly.
Zion. But
People
how
were
can you
fighting to see
watch
a
that and see how successful that was and not do it? That'd be crazy.
yeah. So I'm if that were to be the case, if Griff go all in on a $40 million point guard, that's that's best with the ball in his hand, assist and all of that, and you playing him off ball or spotting him up in the corner.
Hold up, I gotta stop you though.
Mm,
There is no way in hell on God's green earth
hey, bro.
Hey,
that
he
Trey
gonna
Young
do it,
come
DC.
here
You know
and
he gonna do it.
Willie Green would not be able to play that dude off ball like that, man.
30 games.
Trey Young not going for it. He
Exactly
let
my
Willie Green
Exactly.
fight.
But
exactly my
hey,
point.
like you said, DC, that's what needs to be done.
That's exactly my
That's why
That's
I
point.
what
want
needs
it.
to
That's
be
why I
done.
want him
That
here
because
because
that's
it's
the
gonna bring
plan. So the
pressure.
thing is,
And-
it's off for Griff.
yep. And that's why I lean to the 30 game type of he won't survive because I can see Willie getting in his
I could
way.
see him surviving. They just
If
gonna
he
do what they want out there on the court, and
Oh,
Willie
you
ain't
on
gonna
some
do shit.
oh,
hopium?
ooh.
Just
Nah,
You on
like
some
just
hopium?
no. Listen.
Mm-mm.
I watched this team with Alvin Gentry, and I watched Lonzo Ball and Drew Holiday tune that nigga the fuck out and just do whatever they wanted to do. And they asked him at the end of the game, like, what do you think about what I don't know what he talking about. He don't know what he talking about. You don't think Trey Young will do that to Willie Green?
He
And
absolutely
he's so non-aggressive that it'll just be a non-topic.
he gonna be good and fire because
Man,
Trey Young will come in and say, "Man, listen, I'm signed for 3 years for this dude to not do nothing."
yeah.
Nah,
We not fire the coach in the middle of the team type of organization.
this will
That's
be
the
the
only
this will
reason
be
I
the
don't
first
agree
time.
with you.
30 games. I'm calling it
You
now.
say 30 games?
Yeah.
30 games. Book it. So this is especially if, let's say,
I
James
mean,
Borrego still on the staff. Somehow he don't take a job. They bring him back as an assistant. That's how they don't transition. They're gonna fire Willie, upgrade JB, give him the interim, and then at the end of the season, they're gonna go ahead and adjust and say, all right, we'll actually look for a coach. That's the optimistic part of what I think.
You
But
still
Um,
think JB
what if
stays?
JB come in and do awesome? Then how are you gonna say that?
if he comes in and do awesome, then you keep him.
So you think JB not getting hired by anybody? You think he's staying?
I think it's a. I don't think he's taking the Lakers job. Obviously, we all know that that's
if
not
they
really a
picked up
thing.
Dan Hurley, he probably
Yeah.
gonna be picked up as an assistant.
Mm,
Well, he still got the Cleveland job that he
right,
in the running for too.
right.
yeah. My
Yeah.
thought is
Who else they looking at?
until it's done, I don't know. Obviously, but
And who the coach in Brooklyn? Ain't Brooklyn looking for a coach?
Nah, they named the coach. I
No,
want to
they
say
yeah,
Oh, okay.
hired
they
their
got the
interim.
coach.
Didn't they hire Charles Lee?
No, that was Carol.
That's
That
hard
was
to do from the
Charlotte.
Kings. From the
Okay.
Kings. They hired the Kings assistant coach.
The Kings got their coach. They went back with Mike Brown.
Okay. So, but that's my thought. If somehow you bring a like JB, and the only reason I think JB would get promoted is like the interim get promoted if he does come back is because the team would be familiar. He's known as an offensive coach. I think Griff probably working and being like, "Say, bro, if you don't get these jobs, that's another reason this job gonna be yours." Willie gonna put it. He gonna make sure.
Oh, he definitely saying that shit. I
He
believe
gonna make sure.
he's
Listen,
saying it, but
bro.
I don't know if he's willing to stand
He
on it.
gonna
But he
put.
definitely
Listen,
saying
Willie Green's
it.
extension was cheap enough to where Gail gonna eat the money. 30, if he go get the star, it's all based on if he actually makes a quality trade. If he makes the trade to get the star,
Mhm.
30 games, Willie drop the ball, you upgrade JB, give him the interim, and then probably by the end of the season he'll get the full blown job depending on how it go. That's just my thought. If you were to do like the Trae Young deal. As far as drafts, I know y'all everybody been mentioning. The one person I want to talk about real quick, and if y'all want to look it up, cool. And I don't think anybody's mentioned it. Is Tyler Smith from
Oh,
the
we
G
did.
League
Man, come
Elite.
on, man. I've mentioned Tyler Smith about 100
No,
times.
no, you mentioned Tyler Smith. I'm saying a lot of people have not been
Oh, okay,
talking
okay,
about
okay,
about
okay.
Tyler Smith as far like they mentioned Ware, and I like Ware, but they don't think he's gonna be there. But a lot of people
I
haven't
think
really been.
Tyler Smith might go before because he got small forward potential along with power forward. Like he got three
Yeah.
positions he
He
covered.
got the game. Bruh.
I
But
like
a
him,
lot of the
bro.
mocks lately been having him drop to like 24.
I heard
Um,
I heard I heard like anywhere from like 8 to 13. That's stuff I've been seeing.
I checked one earlier.
24 and 27, and that was all stuff I was seeing like 2 3 weeks ago.
I
I was
checked
like, man,
one today. One today. I'm not sure who it was because I look at like the hoops highlight, the hoop. What is it? Hoops hype them,
mm-hmm.
and then Bleacher put out their stuff all the time. That's why I think don't nobody really paying the dude any mind. But if you watch his game, bruh, he would be an ideal fit. 6'11", 220, space the floor, run athletic,
Put it
shoot
on
the
your head.
shoot the three like consistently. Like I don't. Well, he shot 40% from three from the G League, and I personally like that because it's the G League, but it's still against professional level talent.
Yeah. And
Um,
he a lefty too. Lefty's pretty good.
yeah. And if you bring him, let's say you bring him in off the bench, people talking so much about how Nas Reed would fit. I mean, you would get a cheaper version of something that could develop into that.
I don't. You think he got Nas Reed potential? I don't know about Nas Reed.
I
Sit,
do.
As far as the big man aspect of Nas
maybe
Reed.
not the physicality, but I mean, he's 6'11", 220, and he's 19. I mean, I don't know what he gonna be at
Yeah,
$22.
he could turn into anything. He just ain't gonna never be nobody. I don't think he gonna be a dude just attacking people off the dribble and turn into like that Paul George or whatever.
No, I
Nah,
saw
he ain't gonna
one
be
the other
that type
day
of guy.
said he could be uh a Channing Frye. Um,
That's who Khalil Ware reminds me of. Channing Frye. He kind of looks like Channing Frye right now.
I think either one will work. But
Yeah.
if you go with let's say you make the CJ deal and you bring Collins, right? You got the Trae Young pick and roll back, some familiarity. He stretched. If you did so happen to get a draft pick or something from them, or don't somehow, let's say you were to pull Kessler from them, I don't know if they'll do it or not. But if you somehow got Kessler and Collins, I think you'd be set at the big. I'd take Tyler Smith and I'd run those three.
Yeah, I think it's a lot to try to get both of them, man. Utah got Danny Ainge, but Danny Ainge kind of stingy, bro. I don't think he can
Well,
give
I
up
know
both
he
of
I
them.
know he been trying to get off Collins. Collins make 26. Kessler only make like 2-3 million or something like that. He rapers of our picks, but we don't use him well anyway. You might as well go all in on the talent.
Yeah, boy, that rebuild if David Griffin and them can't knock this out the park gonna suck without all them
Yeah, so
picks.
I mean at that point, so let's think about it. Let's say they did do that.
What
You would
about
have
how did Trae Young play with Collins? I wonder if you got a connection there, man.
that's the
Because
Eastern Conference champions, the Eastern Conference team
I
when you
wonder
made it
if
to the Eastern Conference Finals with.
Trae Young would want That is very interesting, bro. Because if we had Collins potentially as our starter or closer at center, and you have Kessler filling in those big man minutes, that is really interesting, bro.
Mm-mm. And
Because
you
if we were
have
to get Trey Young, and then you bring Collins, let's say that's a dude he really liked playing with, and if I'm not mistaken, I think all of the years where he looked awesome, that was all with Trey Young. He ain't really been
exactly.
doing much in
He ain't
Utah.
done much since you left.
That's interesting, bro.
That's just my out the box somewhat thinking of how you can
And who
somewhat
you
manage your
giving up
assets.
CJ? You giving up CJ to do that? Who did you give up
I'm
for the
giving up
Utah?
CJ.
CJ?
Yep. And that allows you to somehow play. That allows you to make the space to play uh
Trey.
Hawk. Well,
Trey
Trey
and Hall, yeah.
starting. Trey starting, but that allows you to give the minutes off the bench to Hawk. I mean, Dyson is gone. And you still technically could play Jose as the backup. Hawk and Jose as your backup. But I mean, realistically, Trey Young playing what, 35 minutes a game?
Mm-hmm.
So
He don't really have, you don't get no big backup point
nah,
guard
you
minutes
ain't
from
coming
him.
off, you ain't coming off the floor. So
He
your
stay in the
lineup,
game.
so your starting lineup could look something like Trey Young, Z, Trey, Herb, and let's say you did do Collins, right? That's a pretty dynamic lineup, I think. You could pick and roll anywhere. You got space and Collins could space. You might have some trouble defending the five, but you gonna run the fuck out of people.
I like it. I like it, bro. I like it.
And then you bring
Especially with Kessler, because
you come
we
exactly if you
need a
need to go
traditional big
big,
man. We need one traditional big man. I believe
yep.
every team needs one traditional big man.
Go out there,
I
be
like it.
big, defend the rim. Just we need somebody to dump it down to for those minutes. You have him. You still got Hawk off the bench. I think you could create a space to develop Tyler Smith in that as well, coming off for Trey every now and then. You still be big. Somebody could just space. You'd have shooting all over the place.
Boy, you got a lot of faith in Willie, though,
No, that's why he fired after 30 games.
huh? It's okay. So we seeing the maturation of this taking place is after he get fired. It's really gonna
He
take off.
he will not know how to handle this type of
He ain't
unit,
gonna
and
play
Griff
all that.
and Griff don't have a choice. Griff don't have a choice because if they don't do well this year, I think Griff on the line too, and he rather throw Willie under the bus than be fired
Well,
with him.
Griff, we just covered a show on Griff. Griff actually got an extension. He got a 5-year extension.
Yeah, he extended himself, but you know what would cut all of that out? Gail ain't listen. If did you go to the playoff? You saw how cheap those tickets were.
What?
They doing half off on concessions.
Yeah,
How you do half off in concessions?
in the
They,
playoffs.
and they
That's
just
crazy.
boosted the ticket sales. Ain't nobody buying tickets right now. Griff got to save himself. Gail gonna say what's happening to the money.
It's all yeah, that's some creative movement right there, man.
And
And I
Tyler Smith is New Orleans
can't give
native.
him
That's
that.
what my man Hakeem said. He actually
Yeah,
was born and raised
born
in
here, and
born
raised in
here, raised in
Houston, I
Houston.
think.
Though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some very creative movements right there, man. And hell, they need to put you on the staff, man, to keep
Real
that type
man.
of imagination going, man. Because listen,
AD for
this
assistant GM.
this is yeah, right. I mean, man,
It's a
that's the thing that's
dynamic
been
roster.
hamstringing them out. Yeah, that's what's been
Yeah.
hamstringing. See, the thing is, DC, the whole in panel, the whole hold on. Let me give a shout out to the Pell Nation, man. Big ups to y'all. Thank y'all for chiming in. We just crossed over 2 hours on the stream on this Saturday afternoon. Big ups to you. Appreciate you guys for chiming in the stream. If you haven't had an opportunity, please hit the like button. Good Pelican content going on, good news and good imagination, and a bevy of different ideas that's being thrown out there to the Pelican organization, man. Pick up on some of this good free game that the faithful are laying down to you, man, please. Because what we've seen over the last 5 years, and I haven't seen nobody except for us really talk about this 5-year thing that David Griffin, just like they go from one year to another. No, we're going to cut this up and do some look at this and find out. We have to be able to figure out how good has it been in 5 years under David Griffin as the vice president of basketball operations.
Not
How
very
good
good.
has it been? And
Not
right, it
very
has
good at
been.
all.
If you're looking for the Pelicans to be a title contender, we are not there. We're not there. Now we have talent,
Playoff contender, Q. Just a playoff
right? It's
contender.
being
We
a
ain't even
perennial.
good in that.
Right, and that's what it takes, though, DC, doesn't it? The perennial playoff team that ultimately gains enough experience to be able to climb that ladder and gets to the next level. And then what you see is a bevy of different decisions being made by a guy. I don't know what this man talking about. I don't know what he trying to do. It's all these fluffy, non-specific, non-general. I mean, it's just totally general, but nothing specific talking points and fluffy words about good human beings and all this foolishness. We don't like that down here, man. Maybe that work where you come from in Cleveland and in these other places. That don't work. With 5 years of David Griffin has not been very good for the faithful. Let's just keep it real. We just get a physical therapist. I thought this guy was supposed to be knowing how to build teams, man, in the injury situation. He stepped in the door knowing the Pelicans had injury issues. Why didn't he fix it then? We just got a physical therapist last year. That's just crazy to me. 3 coaches in 5 years and a cheap coach with secret extensions is utterly ridiculous. You don't do secret signing of contracts. If you do a contract, you report it. You don't sign something late last year in 2023 and then tell the people about it in the summer of 2024. You don't do nothing like that unless you are underhanded, snake all salesman ass guy. And he found a big time sucker in Gail Benson and this Dennis Lucia chump. These people don't care about nothing but money. So that's why I always tell the faithful the way you fix their asses is by not going to the games. I know it'll hurt a little bit, but hold your money, hold on to your money and make them earn it, man. I'd say that about it's the same bullshit we're going through with the Saints. It's the same leadership group, same philosophy, same dumb, stupid pecking order on top of the team where they got 2 people, the owner. If she don't know, that's one thing. But the second guy that got the most power, he the president of the basketball operations and don't know nothing about basketball. We don't, I'm not, are we the only ones to see a problem with that? And I even gave them ideas to reformat or change to make it more effective for basketball. I mean, just look around. We need more basketball minded people at the top making decisions, maybe in the committee approach. David Griffin is not who you think he is. I've been saying that. He's a micromanager, David, and that's why Langdon got out of here. We were saying this shit for years. Every VP job popping up, Trajan Langdon on the first thing smoking. He tried with Washington. He tried, and they a dumpster fire, but he would rather go and be a runner and be the manager of a dumpster fire ass team than to sit here up under David Griffin, where he'll never get any credit for. And I caution all people underneath David Griffin. If you're this Bryson Graham, sir, you popping up as a general manager, let me give you a bit of advice when you're working under David Griffin. Open your goddamn mouth and speak more than he does if you want credit for the decisions and the trades or whatever's going on with the team, or you will be the person that's blamed for the failure of it. Because he ain't supposed to be talking nearly as much as he talking. The media go right to him and forget that you even there. And they supposed to be talking to you. That's what I was saying about Trajan Langdon. He didn't want to talk as much. We can't have people underneath David Griffin, and you're the general manager of a professional NBA team, and you're quiet. You're less vocal than a VP. You better open up your mouth and start talking more, holding press conferences, being specific, and how you intend to build this team into the future. Because 5 years and they breaking up the core, that means they have to put new players in there and start all over again. So it ain't like you running something like a Boston where you got a Jalen, you got a Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown. You got a solid core of people where you just add people around the core and just keep it going. Like you've seen what the Golden State do or a couple other teams do. They do the same thing. But we have to just, man, listen, it's truth telling time now, man. This is some foolishness here, man. This foolishness. So, but yeah, go ahead.
The family then posed the question, man. DB
Yeah,
said,
go ahead.
"What about the center for Orlando?" And
Wendell Carter.
man, Hakeem Baptiste. Nope, they're talking about Go Bitzdellza. So
Take another shot at that, DC, please.
Go Delza.
Go.
How would you say it?
Is that Goga? What?
And all this
Goga?
time and hook
Goga?
still ain't work, DC.
Guga? Well, shit,
Where?
you said it. Well, hold on. Who said
Sasha, where you at?
Who
Tasha.
said that?
Tasha, I thought you said you
What's
was.
up, brother?
No. Somebody in the chat talking. You, Mr. English teacher, you go ahead and say his name.
Tasha, I thought you said you was working.
Nah. Somebody in the chat talking. I can't let him off the hook. Who making comments in the chat?
Say his name one more time, DC, bro.
No, you
One
got
more
it.
time, DC.
You the English teacher.
One more time, DC. Go ahead, bro.
Hold up, I'm gonna type this shit in Google. I'm gonna let Google.
No. No. Go ahead, DC.
Goga, bitch, that's
What? That is totally not it, bro. What you talking
I
about?
was just bullshitting that time. What,
Okay, try to get
Goga,
this.
bitch, that's that tells it.
Good Lord,
Goga,
DC.
bitch,
Goga
that tells it.
Batadze, bro. Goga
Batadze.
Batadze.
There you go.
Jalil was like,
That
man,
sound like a Mediterranean dish.
that's
You want some
terrible.
Goga Batadze?
No, I don't want none of that shit. You keep
Get a plate of Goga
throw that shit out.
Batadze.
No, we don't want no, but no potats. And
All right,
Jalil
look
just
up.
got
Pull
fed
the
up and
stuff
said,
up.
man.
Yeah, Jalil got it. He looked it up and listened to Siri. But
No,
look
Jalil
that up
knows how to
on
read, bro.
ESPN, man.
Oh,
Pull up his ESPN stats. Q out. I'm looking at it.
I am, bro. I'm about to pull it up. I got you.
Because he don't average a lot. He's like 5 points, 4 rebounds, and I went and looked at the games, looking at his minutes, and I see he don't play a lot of minutes, but they had a few stretches where it looks like he played a lot of minutes. He put up some impressive stats, man. I see some games here where the man had four blocks in back-to-back games. That was against Cleveland and then against Detroit.
Thank you, A. Davis.
4 blocks in back-to-back games. He had some 11, 10, 8, 9, 9, 9, 11, 10, 14 rebound games. He ain't getting a lot of points. He had a few double-double games. But this dude looks like he could have potential as some type of rim protector. I don't know a lot about him. Maybe pull up some highlights of him.
Yeah, I'm about to look
But
into
he
it.
looked like he got some potential. Is he a free agent, DB? DB brought him up.
That's an
Wonder if he's a
interesting.
free agent. He's
Yeah,
a
but
free agent, or
that's an interesting.
they got him on the Magic roster. It looks like maybe they're trading him. I don't know. He was 2019 first round pick, 18.
Man, we don't need him, man. Don't nobody even know him.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm looking at him, and if we could get this dude, he cheap. Shit. You talking about somebody to get you 4? I'm looking at, man, this dude got multiple games with 4 blocks, man.
Yeah, he
2
good on
blocks,
defensive end,
3
but I'm
blocks.
tell you right now, he gonna foul out by a good 70% of them.
Yeah, he got 4 fouls, 3, 4.
DC, what's his name
I
again?
ain't
Let me
seen him
pull it
foul.
up.
He ain't foul out all season, bro. He been rough on him.
DC, what's his name again? Let me what is it again?
Now your ass was just sitting up here with me, and you heard the man pronounce it.
Georgia is a country too.
And you with the big whale head want me to believe you forgot how to say his name already?
Just asking you, brother. Just to say it, brother.
What you asking me for? You know how to say it.
I'm just asking. The family members want to know because you might be pronouncing this man.
Ain't no family members want to know. It's just you and Tasha.
Well, you might get
What's up, Tasha?
might get him in trade, brother. You got to learn his name.
Okay, well I'll cross that bridge when I get to
it. Got a whole summer of practice, huh?
There you go.
Oh man, this dude DC is off the chain, man. All right, DC got the first name right, Goga. All right, DC, that's all good. There he is on screen right there.
Okay.
I mean, but see, it's a big that hustles around the rim. That that's good at following up shots, whatnot. You can see him way out there. He take a 3-pointer and hit it.
Took a 3.
Yeah, I don't know how efficient he is at shooting it though. That's the
Probably
whole thing.
not, man. The man, this the third center, man. He might have potential, but he ain't been getting a lot of opportunities. I like what I'm seeing for a cheap center option. I don't know if I'm ready to crown him as a starter.
Man, he ain't got no pressure. Don't let that fool you, man. He gonna get here. We gonna be like, man, we should have never did.
He looks good in
But
their
we
system.
don't need our center to be like our
We
center
don't.
is gonna be
We,
like our
we,
fifth guy on offense, man.
we also
I don't
need to
care about
know.
his offensive game that much. And if he could if he could hit a wide open 3-point shot, that's great. But defense is really what I care about in rebounding.
I don't know.
He
We
could
don't need
do
no.
that.
We
I
don't
mean,
need
you're
no
gonna
more.
draft a center still, so if he could just be like a placeholder until whoever you drafted steps their game up. If this is the cheap option, we can't do the Jared Allens but let's be real, man. If you paying Trey Young, you paying Trey Murphy, and you paying Zion, would it really be smart to pay a center $20-something million too?
This guy came from Indiana, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
University?
No, the Pacers. He was with the
No.
Pacers.
Oh yeah, he
for 4
was. Yeah, I do remember that.
He was
What did he
with the
do with the
Pacers.
Pacers, Q? Let's see his stats with the Pacers.
Well, I got him on
Well,
screen right here.
he seemed like he's just a backup center. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Well, I
he
mean,
ain't play.
he played starting. I'm
Yeah,
looking at the
well, he only
You
according
look
to
at
this.
his game logs. He was a
Yeah.
starter when I guess Wendell Carter Jr. One of them must have been
But I
hurt.
mean, but if you look at the Magic, they ain't got. He got a lot of size. They ain't got too many. Ain't nobody as big as Wendell. Once Wendell go down, they got
Towards
the
the end,
got the
towards the
wide.
end of the
wide
season, they
huh?
was playing him, man. They was playing this dude towards the end of the season, man, and he looked pretty solid.
I don't know.
Well,
Pull up the game logs, Q, and look at towards the end of the season where he was getting consistent minutes. He had a
well,
game where he
Oh my
got
god.
22 minutes, 30 minutes, 26, 27, 29, 28, 25
yeah,
minutes.
I got
In
his.
those games, you talking about a man had a game where he was 15 of 11 with an
Let's.
assist. Another game, 15 to 7 with 4 blocks, 2 assists. Another game, 8 rebounds, 2
Let's
assists, 4 blocks, 13 points.
shoot. Let's just give him.
Man,
Let's
a
give him
cheap
2 more.
you
Let's
get
give.
that for a cheap contract? Like,
Yeah. Let's just give him 2 more years, and then we'll see if we want to bring him over here.
man, we need something this year.
Nah, we're gonna wait.
Now this
We'll
would be
wait.
a
We'll
good
get
backup
something else.
plan. Obviously, you got other guys you want. But if we can't pull off no trades, man, and they go get a guy like this, and then we still draft one of the higher end, Tyler Smith, Kalal Ware, Zach Edey, Darren Holmes, one of those guys in the draft, like y'all would be mad.
No, I think they need size because you lose a 7-footer in Valanciunas because he ain't coming back. Valanciunas is not coming back, so you lose that height. Then
6'10", 250, man. He got size.
Did you see him?
That's a big
Did you see him on the?
center.
Did you see
right
him on the
now.
perimeter a little bit, guarding?
He didn't look that great on the perimeter.
Okay, hey, well,
He didn't. I've seen people look way worse. He looked 10 times better than Jonas Valanciunas.
he looked better than Val. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
But that, how hard is that to
he
look
taking
better
shots
than
at
Val?
Bell, not
But
at
Val
Bell.
not that.
No,
Not that bad.
that's probably the worst thing of Val on the perimeter. That's the worst part of his game.
Valanciunas played 82
He
games.
wasn't bad. He wasn't bad in drop coverage though. In drop coverage this year, Val wasn't bad, man. He was a pretty solid defender in my opinion.
Yeah,
Enough to get him
I
off
thought
the
he was
team.
good. He was pretty good rim protector this year.
But you got 2 7-footers that's about to lose. You got Valanciunas, you have Zeller, both of those guys not coming back. So
Are we really losing Zeller?
Zeller, right? We never had.
We're not
just
really
saying.
losing Zeller.
I'm saying Zeller. Now listen, there was application for Zeller. Zeller's not a sloppy, slow big. He was a hustle player that got in there, got offensive rebounds. He shot blocked. He cleaned up around the glass. If Willie would have used him properly, he was a 7-footer that wasn't a sloppy big. He was a guy that moved. He moved better than Val. Matter of fact,
way better.
How would you compare the guy go against compared to Zeller's movement on defense? Would you say they're about the same, or who's better?
I think Goga is a little more
athletic.
He moved better? I think he moves better.
I think they look.
Hey, let's just call him GB though.
Goga look more athletic, but they movement for side to side.
What's his last name again, DC?
It looks similar.
Hey, we gonna call him GB. We ain't gonna keep it simple.
DC.
Goga.
Call him GB.
Who got Biz?
We'll
Now,
GB?
but I, think,
Like,
I,
he's in a
I was looking at the highlight film of Goga. I think he moves better than Cody Zeller. But
I
that's
don't
the
got a good feeling about him, man.
I know, bro, but that's just an idea. But they're giving up 2 7-footers this year. They got to replace the length. So we know that the pick in the first round, the 21st pick, is going to definitely be a big, and it's a good thing because the draft is littered with really good bigs in the draft. Like, so we draft not for bigs. They got some really good bigs in this draft that can help you, especially if you're the Pelicans, and you'll have your pick. Now, I don't know if the big guy from, I know a lot of people like Zach Edey, because a lot of people like Zach Edey's size up against Wembanyama, being that Wembanyama's going to be in the he's in the Southwest with us. So they look at Edey as a neutralizing or an attempt to be a neutralizing force up against a Wembanyama. I can understand that logic. But then there's one of my favorites, Deron Holmes, Khalil Ware, and there are a few other guys that could be there for the Pelicans. So perhaps the Pelicans get the big in the draft, and then there is the Mekovic, the Carlo Mekovic move as well, because the Pelicans did bring him over. Maybe it's an intention to add Mekovic in there. We talked about him. That's definitely going to be the case because you're losing Najee Marshall too. Probably in a year you're going to lose Jose Alvarado. So the Pelicans, they're going to have to dig into, and we've seen them do this in the past.
Lose Jose this year, Q. He might be involved. What if they put Jose in that trade
in the
instead
package?
of Dyson Graham?
I know, DC. I was thinking
you could swap out Jose for Dyson. I think teams would take him.
Yes,
they would look at him the same way they look at Dyson.
Because and a lot of people are not going to want to hear that because you lose in Najee, you potentially could be losing the Jose Alvarado. That's your dog.
Najee, you're gonna lose Jose. Like being
yes,
Najee and Jose was always a package.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point too, DC. We talked about that before about those three, how close they were. With Bi going out, Najee going out, eventually Jose going out. Where you get the help at? Well, the same way they found the help before. We looked into the undrafted area. We found Najee Marshall. We found Jose Alvarado. And this is what they're going to do. They'll look in and see if they can find some of these G Leaguers, undrafted guys that can come in and make a name for themselves, like we seen Najee do 4 years ago, and Jose did. Boy, what a maturation, right? So this stuff is on the horizon, man. Like I said, man, that's what happened when you reset the core. You lose some of your big players, but also some of the role players that helped you over these years. They play well enough, they'll earn big money elsewhere. So, I mean, it's a part of the game.
Yeah. How about, man, I know this probably won't happen, but man, like, I mean, you never know. But man, like De'Aaron Fox, I would like that. That would be lovely.
Fox for who? For Ingram?
Yeah.
Damn,
somebody was bringing up that scenario because it's like, King's always been missing like that long scoring wing and stuff like that. That Mike can take care of that.
I don't know about that. Although that's very intriguing. We've heard that before, though.
It's better than DeJounte Murray, but I still think it's better than DeJounte Murray, but it's still under. It's under Trae Young. It's under Darius Garland.
But I don't know, DC. I mean, look at what he's been doing the last 2 years, but he kind of been like
you gotta match it. You gotta match it with our team, though. Like I'm looking at how does he fit with Zion?
Yeah, I feel like, bro, he done improved his whole game.
Yeah, 3-point shooter, but he not really. I need somebody who that guy at the perimeter. That's
right.
He's stuck on Trae.
No, a trade, but if you can find me somebody else who's that guy at the perimeter and who's a major facilitator, man.
Who's the perfect complement to Zion Williamson out there? Is it Trae Young?
It would be Trae Young. That's the best that's available to us.
For sure, but De'Aaron ain't that far off, man.
He's not really like a point guard that's gonna elevate other players to me. That's my thing.
I mean,
but I'd rather him than Bi.
Yeah. Man,
I'd rather him than DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
Well,
so I wouldn't be mad at it.
Well, to Don's case on there, man. He played more second most games in his career last year. He averaged 36 points. That's more points than he ever averaged in his career last year. 36 points a game. He was 46.5 from the field.
36 points a game. You mean 26?
36
Nah.
minutes a
He
game.
was 36 points a game. You should have
Hold
been
on,
an MVP, Q.
hold on. DC takes the shots. Thank you, DC. All right.
Damn, I'm taking shots for telling you the truth. Come on, man.
Can I finish it, bro? Can I
I
at
ain't
least
do all this when you was talking about me mispronouncing names and stuff, bro.
see? That's me sitting lying. Wait, petty human being.
Big Q was
All
horrible
right.
with the numbers, man. You go back to math class right here, dog.
Bro, I got a book behind me for that, bro. Cut it out, all right?
You don't
Stop.
read it.
Yes, I did. I loaned it to you.
You need to read it again. I'm gonna get back to you. All right,
Keep,
go ahead, man.
keep it. I got enough books. All right. So yeah, 36 minutes a game, 46 and a half from the field. He shot 37% from downtown.
Not bad.
Yeah, but his free throw attempts could use a little word. He had 74.
Yeah.
You know, but 26.6, almost 27 points per game for him. 5.6 on the assists and almost 5 rebounds in contest. So
And
yeah,
how many steals?
2 steals a game.
He a 35% 3-point shooter, man. He had that 1 year with a little uptick. I don't think everything's just changed because of that. Looking at the free throw percentage,
man.
He shoots 74. If he was shooting 80-something% from free throw line, you'll have me.
But yeah, I mean, but you know, it's a lot of it's a lot of dudes in the league. I ain't gonna lie, that shoot difficult. They're not that great free throw shooters, but they can shoot that three pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Which I think comes down to, I don't know what it is exactly, but I think like hand size, I think it may be, and all that stuff mixed with the, I don't know, mechanics and the mental. I don't know, but you can still shoot that three pretty good, but still struggle from the free throw line. We see that, CJ McCollum, but Kevin Huter, I don't think he's all that at the free throw line, about 70-80%. So these guys,
80% is right, like but
yeah,
when they start getting under 80, it's like I don't know too many 3-point shooters under 80.
The way Fox been shooting it, like, so you compare it to Herb Jones, like you see like what they doing, it looks like it's sustainable because when they getting open looks, they knocking them down. You looked at Fox this year, dog. Open look was automatic. He ain't hesitated at all to shoot the joint. You know what I'm saying?
What about off ball?
I feel like he was better at off ball too. I mean, of course, he's way better on the ball, but I feel like, because Sabonis be going to work, and I feel like he caught a couple passes off of Sabonis a lot because Sabonis had some triple doubles this year and stuff like that. Like
now, what about him as a facilitator? Playmaker for others. That's kind of where I think I ain't gonna say like he's horrible at that because he's not, but that's a part of his game I would like to be better.
Right. I feel like if there was
for us.
Right. But I think
it's a game, man.
I think
but I mean, how BI get more assists than him or the same?
I know, but that's
would you consider BI like a excellent facilitator? He's
but at the same time too. Yeah, I feel what you're saying, but
I want on my point guard. I want a superstar point guard or the best possible point guard I can get that can elevate the other players because we got a lot of good players and a lot of talent. I want somebody that can make other people better and still get their own.
I feel
the lob stuff.
No, it ain't got to be lobs. Q. It's just somebody who can elevate the other players. We got a lot of young players, man.
Yeah.
We need somebody to instill confidence in them. We need somebody to get them shots, easier shots, and make life easier for everybody. I think that would elevate our team. Let's say if we didn't even get Trae Young, right? But we got a point guard like a Rajon Rondo type point guard. He don't even score a lot of points. But he just elevates the confidence of everybody else by getting them the ball in their spots. I think that would actually make us a better team than we were last year. Just having that element. But you add that with the scoring, obviously it puts us in contention with everybody else.
Right. What you feel like?
I need those two dynamics, man. I need 3-point shooting that I know Willie Green would have to play, and he can't fuck up the rotations to not play, right? And we also need somebody that can get Zion primarily easy points, but also a guy like Herb Jones, because I think Herb is an excellent cutter too, bro. And we do not maximize everything we could be doing with Herb or Trey.
Well, DC, I tell you one thing, man. If Trae Young is the dude, boy, you can talk about all the space in the world, that brother. Trey Young
he only shoot. He shoot
All-
like 35% from three.
I'm saying though, like, because we talked about the Trae Young thing, like it's the mentality of the Pelicans, like they have to not only land a splash player, but they need another superstar. So, Trae is the biggest name up for grabs right now in terms of what's going on. Now things could change as we get further into it, and people might make their decision. They decide what to do. But if the Pelicans can land Trae Young, they're gonna go out and try to do it. I know Spider Mitchell. They already leaked that thing about Spider Mitchell. They're interested in him, but they want a superstar to pair with a superstar. And the thing is, can Trae Young? If Trae Young's the guy, and I'm not saying he is, but if Trae Young gets here, just like A. Davis said, he anticipates Trae Young running Willie out the building. But then again, I wouldn't say that because Willie is not a ego type of coach. He's stubborn. That's different than big. He is incredibly stubborn, and I think he is too young in the game as a head coach to be as stubborn as he is. Really, that's a major problem.
A lot of pride or something, pride and ego. It's not just.
I don't know if it's ego, bro. Like I said, Willie don't strike me as an egotistical person. Like I know he got a little ego, but he just incredibly stubborn. Like when stuff works or his to remember what to keep doing.
You said hard-headed, Q. That was your word, man.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the one,
that's
bro.
right.
Hard-headed.
He is, bro.
I don't think he's super duper stubborn. It's just more hard-headed, bro.
I don't know if it's hard. Listen, I did say hard-headed.
I don't think it's necessarily that he don't want to do it. It's just like he's set in his ways. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll see some work and then just go back to. But
that shows. But see that right there. That's something that, man, we pointed out show after show. It's like something was working. It was working for the Pelicans' advantage, and he would just switch into something that wouldn't work and didn't even would switch back. And I'm like, man, hold on, you're supposed to see that if you're the head coach. I know the man ain't perfect, but I'm saying
it's like he'll be like, yeah, that worked, but watch this. This can work too.
Right. Remember the stuff
we had all shooters out there. Now let's go all defense.
Then they start losing. And switch back, and you just keep doing the same thing. And I made a joke about, I was like, switch all until you die. But that's all he knows.
Hold up, man. We gotta read the super chat.
That's what he knows. Go ahead, DC. Go ahead and take a stab at it.
Thank you, DB. Thank you, DB, for the $9.99. If the Lakers go with Hurley as the coach, they are coming for Hawkins and possibly Herbs.
Oh, they're gonna give us eight. They about to give us Anthony Davis.
Nah, we not. Herb Jones.
I don't know what you mean.
They probably giving us Anthony Davis or LeBron.
I guess maybe that's what you said.
You said they try to acquire those Hawkins and Herb.
Man, we just gave Herb a goddamn day. I don't think they ready to trade the man right after they gave him a day. You gotta at least wait a year.
That ain't got nothing to do with
everybody. Forget about that. How you name somebody's name? It's International Herb Jones Day, May, whatever day it was.
Same way the person that
2 months later.
The same damn way. Wow. Do it the same damn way that you get a person
wild as hell
to be the community person of the year, and then you trade them in the same year. So yeah, they've done that before. So that's been done before.
Yeah, that'd be wild. But hey, never say never with us.
Drew Holiday got done that. He was the community award winner or whatever it was, the little award they got for the best community.
He was the best teammate.
Best teammate award, and then they got
Drew ain't get a day. He didn't get a day.
That ain't have nothing to do with the man. Ain't got nothing to do with
so what we gonna do next year? May whatever it roll around as Herb Jones did.
Hey y'all.
The state of Louisiana. The state of Louisiana gave him a day, not the damn Pelicans. Okay, they ain't got.
Is they gonna get revoked?
No, it's not. We're just gonna forget about it.
We still gonna celebrate it?
Hey, does Drew?
No, we're not.
Hey, does Drew make it? Does Drew make it in the Hall of Fame?
The Pelicans Hall of Fame?
The Pelicans.
Oh, you mean like the NBA Hall of Fame?
Yeah. What you think? Especially if he win this year. What you think?
The book is still open, man. If he win this year, I think he definitely can get in because he's proven that he's a key component in winning. If he does it again, even though Boston is, I think it could be a case for him. But
The
book is
championship.
still open, man. He
If
got to
they
do
get it
more.
this year, that makes a case for him. But right now, I would say no. But if he
Did
wins,
Robert Horry get
maybe.
in? He won like 7 rings.
Yeah.
And Robert Horry was a quality starter in the league.
I don't think
Had
Robert
All-Stars and I don't
Hall
even
of
think
Fame.
Robert Horry is in.
No, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
The
I
book
think
is
Drew
still
can get in
open.
that
Drew
thing,
gotta
man.
do
I think
more, man.
because I think he got a lot of I don't know if he have a lot of off defensive teams or not, but
What's his name? BC Robert what?
Robert Horry. You remember him from Houston, man? You know Robert Horry?
Yeah, I thought
won 2 rings with Elijah Wan. He was a key component in winning those 2.
Okay, I got you.
And then he went to the Spurs and won some rings, and he won some rings over there with Shaq and Kobe. The man got he probably got the most rings as a player in the NBA other than Bill Russell.
Yeah, he's not in
And
the
I
Hall.
don't even think he in the Hall.
He's in the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame, but he's not in the NBA Hall of Fame. But they got an article last year. Shaq was pleading with the Hall of Fame to let Robert Horry in.
Yeah, but boy, that boy Drew, he be guarding the best players and stuff. KDs and then remember when he was with us, man, he cooked Dame Lillard and them.
He shut Dame down. Had CJ out there by himself.
Man, I'm like, man, Drew great. Man, I'm happy for Drew in his career though, man. He had a great career.
I am too. I'm just tired of everybody leaving here excelling and we still stuck in the same goddamn spot. I don't feel good about that.
Man.
Happy work out for him.
Yeah, that's an issue. So thank you, DB, for this, man. Appreciate you for the super chat there. Yeah, the Willie Green thing is like a lot of great ideas tonight, fam. We're gonna get ready to end the stream, but a lot of really great ideas this afternoon.
Yeah, we got it. What's that? The draft pick, my man. I gotta go research him.
Grant Nelson.
Grant Nelson. I gotta go look into Grant Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
great find, Don, man. Great find.
Yeah, this is and we got.
He said Q found him. Great find, Q and.
Yeah, Q was the vice president and founder. I was just a GM that spoke up. That spoke up about him, you know.
It was so wait, so y'all dynamic works the opposite of the way the Pelicans front office works?
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
The GM actually get to speak.
Damn right he do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he get hired to do. The man's supposed to do his damn job.
Well, not here. You a GM, you better sit back there and scout players and give me your progress report. Don't you say shit.
And listen, that's what I was saying about Trajan Langdon. Trajan Langdon might be quiet, but he's not a fool. He's not a fool.
Hand me in all your homework and you let me give it to the teacher.
See, if it's all, but that was going on with Elvin Gentry. Elvin Gentry was letting it out about how intricate he was in the decision, like all that ramp up stuff. That was David Griffin.
Yeah, I actually liked. I like that Elvin Gentry did.
But Elvin Gentry
was telling you he was like against that ramp up shit.
Yeah, he was, that's
majorly against that.
That's how we found out
about it too.
He was against it, and that's because people would ask him, "Man, was this, that, and third?" You got to ask how he phrased it, the upper office or whatever he said. He didn't.
No, he said that's above my pay grade. Remember?
Yep. Yeah, and that when he said that, I said, I know who you're talking about, because that's who it is with all this stuff dealing with this with the ramp up stuff. Nobody gets ramped up, except for Zion Williamson. He stubs his toe. Oh, he gone for 12 games. All this. It's like, dude, come on, bro. You can't treat him like that. A stub toe. Then you be out who literally stubbed this toe on the back of a player. He was going for 3. What?
They said they had Alvin Gentry smoking weed all year, coaching up.
Yeah, that boy had that Jack Daniels in his.
That boy had a flash, man. That wasn't.
That boy had. Yeah, he had brown. He had brown. Elvin Gentry, you could tell he a drinker, man. I used to know uncles that had them same drunk Gentry eyes. Yeah,
you remember when we was in the play-in? That nigga was drunk as hell, bro. Lonzo Ball got a steal. That boy called the timeout, dog, on a steal during a fast break. Lonzo about to score. He called a timeout.
I was like, what? What are we doing here? It was a dumpster fire. All this kind of stuff. Elvin Gentry, man.
Man.
It was a long
days. You know what, Q? That was probably one of the most fun seasons, though. It was hilarious, bro.
Stop it, DC.
It hurt, but it was funny at the same time, bro. We had so many magical moments with Elvin Gentry. You remember those press conferences?
Was that the same? Was that the same year where Alonzo threw the alley oop full court, the Zion against the Rockets?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think they actually went on a. The Pelicans had found some stuff, man. When it was
Yeah.
him, Drew, Bi, they went on a little tear, bro. And then the NBA shut down the season. They had like a 10-game winning streak or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they shut down the season in the middle of
And
the
Zion
season.
went
And
on
Zion
eating.
went on the eating bench. He got hurt. He got hurt for the first time and messed himself up and went on the eating bench, bro.
Yeah,
And they
man.
came back to that damn playing, and that boy, he wasn't ready.
At all.
Wasn't ready, man.
we
They
was
couldn't
like,
even play him.
we was trying to, we was hoping our eyes was fooling us. We was like,
Man, but you know the
damn.
crazy thing, they put out a picture. You remember the picture they put out where the boy was all buff and he had his little
Yeah,
COVID
it was
mask on, looking
Photoshop.
Oh, they
like
was
Bane and
faking us.
all that.
That was
Faking
I'm
us.
like,
Photoshop months
damn.
ago.
Why they did that
Photoshop.
though, bro? Why did they do that?
Because it was a PR team to get you excited about Zion Williamson losing weight. Hey
Yeah.
man, we got Brother Moles about to chime in, fam. Brother Moles
Okay, brother Mose.
bringing him in here.
Fellas,
Brother
what's
Moles,
happening, fellas?
how you
What's
doing,
up,
sir?
Moles?
Brother
Good, man.
Moles in this
Coming
thing.
from one of these old travel ball, baseball tournaments with my boy, and I caught y'all on. I say, let me see if I can holler at the fellas and see what's happening, man. Y'all doing
You
a
got
good
All
job.
right, man.
you got the
Yes,
Glad
clean
to
sir.
cut.
have you.
I see you got
Glad
the
to
clean
have you,
cut,
bro.
man.
So that, I got a what?
You got the clean cut. I see.
Yeah, I try to get fresh every now and then for old cat, man.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
I ain't cool as DC, but I'm doing the best I can,
Yeah, for
Just
sure
trying to make it.
that.
You know what I'm saying? I used to have hair back in the day, but you know how that go, man. Age. You know what I'm saying? So I just got in, so I'm trying to figure out where y'all at and what y'all talking about because, man, I'm still pissed about because you know what I noticed because we did it first over here. You guys did it first when we started talking about the ownership, right, and what's going on. The nuts and bolts of everything, and the reason why I think things are not where they need to be because I think we have poor ownership right now, and that leads on to
hmm
David Griffin try to bamboozle and fool us with all that old crazy talk he like to do.
That's right. That's what he does.
Yeah,
That
so
food.
I see other podcasters are following suit. You guys are kind of like leading the pack. Now you see everybody else trying to do shows on the management and all that stuff too, right? When I start looking at all the stuff that I see, but you guys were talking about Griffin first, and then all the stuff that he's doing, right? That don't make any sense. But my question to you guys, what do y'all think about the draft position and what y'all like at that pick?
We got a couple of people we like, man, but I guess as of late, we discovered a new addition to the pick, man. I really like this Grant Nelson kid
What's
from
that?
Alabama, man. Grant Nelson. But
Okay,
I
is
like
he a
Tyler
five?
Smith. He's like a power forward that can play some five. I
You don't
like
like him, Mose.
I like
That's the question.
Kalil Ware, uh, Darren Holmes, Tyler Smith, and I think I might be adding Grant Nelson to it. That's my guys, man. So far, looking at
Because
him, I'm looking at him right now, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. And he's from Alabama, so that might be a real connection with the Pels.
yeah, because I think we need to go after a five, right? Because I think that's where the issue. I think that if they're not going to trade and get, if you don't get Garland and what's the center name, Allen, you're going to have to try to find one of those cheap guys at center and then maybe draft another guy, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. But it's so hard, man, because you don't know what Griffin going to do, with the BI situation, right? So it's kind of hard to say, okay, let's get this guy, let's do this guy, because that move's got to be made before the next move.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion. See, like I said, I'm coming on the show late, so normally I'm coming on with my stuff because I done heard y'all, so I don't know what y'all was talking about, right? So I don't know where to go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, once you on
Nah, it's
point.
all right, man. You
Yeah.
you 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 fitting right in. We was getting ready to wrap up in a little while, so we done touched on a lot of those points. I mean, you right on time with it though. That's what we've been talking about today, man. And I'm with you. I think depending on who they get at center or who they're planning to get, it's probably gonna determine who they draft. That's why I like guys who can either stretch, uh, if they can't fully stretch, just give me somebody like Zach Edey. I know a lot of people are against him. I don't think he's this big slow center. I think a lot of people don't realize he's a 7'4" guy that can move.
Yeah, he
And
can
I
move.
think he can fit any system. Like, oh, you get Zach Edey, you got to play in the half court and all that. Well, we didn't play in the half court like that, and we had Steven Adams. Like, you still can make it work. It's just you got to manage his minutes properly though, and you probably won't be able to
Now
close
look,
games with him.
now if we're gonna make a trade, this is what the playoffs have shown me, man. Watching the playoffs, bro, it's gotta be Trey Young, bro. It's gotta be offensive guys because at the end of the day, the NBA is still about basket makers, man. And if you don't have any basket when that thing get tight and that game slow down, guys that can just, hey, look, just go get a bucket. You can't win. Look who's in the finals right now. You're looking at Boston and you're looking at the Mavericks. Man, both of them got two superior bucket makers. No matter what, they can go get a bucket and they can hold you in the game. And then you build around those guys. Man, I love Herb Jones, but if it takes Herb Jones to get Trey Young, man, I just got to give it up. You can't fall in love with these players, man. At the bottom line is you need to try to win a championship. So if Herb Jones got to go for me to win a championship, man, as much as I hate to see Herb go, bro, man, get me Trey Young and Zion together, and I guarantee you, can you imagine how hard that will be to defend for anybody? Right? When you look at the playoffs, right, and two, guys start playing defense in the playoffs who don't play defense, right? It starts to get to the magnitude of the game. It's hard to play defense for 82 games if you're a scorer. But when you start to narrow that thing down to the playoffs and you're playing one out of every 3 days or every 4 days, now all of a sudden guys who can't defend become good defenders now.
Yep.
So
Doncic start moving them feet.
exactly. Look at Luka Doncic right now. He's playing some form of defense right now. So it's the magnitude of the game, and then the games are spaced out. Man, get me guys that can score the basketball, and you got to can't, man, you can't win. I mean, those games, you're not winning with just defenders, bro. You got to have bucket makers when the game matters. I mean, and like I said, Dallas and now Boston is a little bit different because they got long. Those guys, their top scorers are long guys who really can defend too. So they're kind of unusual. But the name of the game is getting buckets, bro. You got to get bucket makers. Now I know you guys might not, man, Herb is too expensive a price to pay. But bro, so y'all, to me, everybody's expendable on that team except for Zion and me and Trey right now, right? Everybody else can go if it's gonna get me a guy that can. I mean, that's the way I feel about that, man. You got to be able to score buckets to win the games.
Yeah, want to try to keep Jordan
You know what I'm
Hawkins
saying?
too.
Say that again.
Yeah,
I want to try to keep Jordan Hawkins too. Had them two shooters, Trey and Jordan around Zion.
but I
Yeah.
mean, when it that's what I was saying about the Trey Young thing. I think it's doable. But what if it comes down to you either getting rid of Trey Murphy or Herb Jones? What,
I'm gonna let Herb
they
Jones. I'm gonna
not
let her.
moving and they want one of them. You know what I'm saying? And they
Bro, look,
not budging on it. So some people are like you, Mose. I'm gonna let Herb, and then other people feel like Herb is too much to let him go because what he's locked up for, and you know what you're getting, and then you getting that come in and and just work hard, man. That's the main thing I think we would lose with her because you also losing that Bi. You got dudes who come in and they just always working, man, working, and trying to get better. And I think that's good to have around young people. But if it comes down to her or Trey Young or like another superstar, I think you definitely have to consider it, man. You
hey,
have
bro,
to.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I like Herb. I like Herb, man. Herb. Let me put it in this thing, right? Herb is like, you know, you can take a chance and Herb is like, let's say a five, bro. Let's say a five. So, you can marry your 5 or 6 because she gonna be right. She ain't gonna cheat on you. She gonna, you know what I'm saying? She's a
Mm-hmm.
nice girl, right? But man, sometimes you're gonna take that shot at that 10, right? Because that 10 gonna make you feel a whole nother kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, Herb, yeah, man, go make a good wife or whatever. know what I'm saying? You might not want to take out to the to the ball and show off to your friends and all that thing. But man, let me get that 10. I want that shot at that 10 right now. You know what I'm saying? Big risk, big reward. What happened if that turned out to be a good wife too? Now I got a 10 that's a good wife on top of that. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying, bro. I want that shot at that 10. Herb is solid. Solid cat. You understand what I'm saying? But man, look, if I'm gonna take an example like stocks, right? You might buy some old stock that's growing real fast, right? And it was cheap. And it might only get up to $10 or $15. You say, no, it's gonna get up to 40 or 50, right? But think about it, it came from a penny. Sell that 10, man, and win.
And Herb last
You know what
name
I'm
is
saying?
Jones, bro. You don't think he closer to the Dow Jones, bro? That stock just get up there and it just stay there.
Man,
It
but
just
dude,
stay
like,
there
I,
sustained
I,
all them years.
how many teams have won a championship and is built around a great defender? That's not how it is, man. You get the stars and you fill everything else around those stars. Those guys who can get buckets. I don't care what anybody say in the
I
NBA,
think the Detroit Pistons would like to have a word with you, Mose.
but that's an anomaly. That's an anomaly. That's an outlier. That's not the norm. Right now, if you can get guys like that, and you can play in a league where you can knock people out there, you can't play the game like that no more. The game is built for offensive players now. So you
I'm talking
need
about the
guys
old
that
four Pistons. They wasn't knocking people out there. It was.
once again, that's an anomaly. That's not the norm in today's game. Look at who's winning. Okay, who won the title last year? The Denver Nuggets, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a slow-footed guy, offensive centric center that just make the game offensively so easy for everybody that he's playing with. Man, it's about offense. It's about offense. It's the same thing when you get in the NFL now, man. It's about teams that can score. That's who wins, right? To me, you just got to be able to make people defend you. I'm gonna make you defend me, right? And I just think that's the way the game is, man. You got to have guys like this. If you don't, we're gonna sit right where we at all the time, right on the fringe of the playoffs. You're not gonna get anywhere, bro. What's the definition of doing something that's over and over again and expecting the same results? It's insanity, man.
Insanity.
You gotta shake this thing up. You gotta take a chance. You gotta say, you know what, man, let's throw caution to the wind. We're a small market team. We got a guy like Zion who's gonna be asking out in about three more years. So if that's the case, man, throw caution to the wind. Go get Trey Young. Take your best shot, man. Shoot your shot. Swing at it. Let's go for it all. Man, one thing about we ain't got nothing to lose. We not expected
Well,
to win.
let me ask you this then, Mo. So if we
But
get rid of Herb and you taking Trey Young with his defensive shortcomings, how do we balance out the loss of Herb to our defense? Because without Herb Jones, do you really
everybody's gonna
think
have
we can be a top 10 defense? Because I'm gonna tell you this: you say defense don't do nothing, but all the champions, bro. If you go back and look, they at least had a top 10 defense for the most
you
part.
ever you
You
ever you
might
ever
find a
thought
few in there, but most of them had at least a top 10 defense. You saying the
you ever
offense gonna be defense?
You ever thought because you got to defend me so hard, it's gonna make your defense, it's gonna make your offense harder to do and make my defense better? You ever thought about that? If you gotta work your tail off and try to stop me from scoring, and I'm still scoring, when you come back down on the other end, for one, you can't run because you got to take the ball out of the basket. Now you're gonna have to walk the ball up the court. You spending so much energy on defense that it affects your offense. All of that stuff go hand in hand, man. I don't care what anybody say. If go to a pickup game, right, and you playing the number one guy on the other team, and you normally getting buckets, right? Either you gonna let him score, right, because you scoring, or you gonna defend this, but you're not gonna be able to score on the other end because you tired. Man, all of that stuff go hand in hand. You can't just be, hey, we gonna just play defense. You know what I know about the NBA? I don't care how good a defender you are. But when Luka Doncic or Kyrie Irving get hot, it don't even matter. Man, it don't matter. Man, I watched Trey Young go into New York by himself and take Atlanta to the finals by himself. He wasn't playing defense then. No, he was playing enough defense. I'm telling you, I don't care what anybody say. In the NBA, when them bucket scores get hot, man, I don't give a damn who you put on them. You ain't stopping them. Think about it. Who the scores in the NBA right now?
Doncic,
Or
Jason Tatum,
So
Embiid,
you ever
John Morant.
you ever saw John Morant get going? Who stops him? Who stops him when he
Nobody.
gets going?
Nobody.
Nobody. Nobody. When Doncic get going, who stops him? Nobody. Now all of a sudden you having a blitz.
well, let me
I mean,
let me ask you
everything you
this though,
got to do
Mo.
now. All of a sudden he's throwing the ball up. What?
So who stops Zion when he gets it going? Nobody, right?
Nobody.
So if you
Nobody.
have a player,
Nobody.
if you have a player that you can't stop when he gets it going. I mean, I agree. Every championship team needs that player. Do you not see it as other players are necessary? Do the Nuggets still win a championship without a guy like Aaron Gordon? Because we watched Jamal Murray and Jokic get in the playoffs and basically just kept getting stuck and couldn't advance further until they got a guy like Aaron Gordon, who would
But
be
but they
kind of like
already
a
had.
Herb Jones, but a little more.
Think
You
about it.
know,
They already had their two stars in place.
I know, but I'm just saying, how do you get the two stars, but also have the right mixture of pieces so that
Get
you still can contend?
get the two
Because
stars first.
just having two stars ain't enough.
Get the two stars first, and then build everything else around that. Get the two stars first. Get Jamal Murray and get your Jokic first. All right. Then you add. They had those guys already. They had Michael Porter already, and then they built around the fringe of the roster with other guys. And then you go out. You go get what's his name? Who you were just talking about when they got
Who?
it from Orlando Magic, Aaron Gordon, or whatever his name, Gordon, right? But you had your
Right.
guys in place first. You have to get your guys first, man, before you worried about. Why you worried about a fourth or fifth piece and you don't have a second piece? Man, get your second piece first, and then you
Well,
worry
you,
about
well,
the
you
fourth or
thought you
fifth.
thought you had a second piece in Brandon Ingram. You're trying to get
But
rid of that second piece to get you
it,
another
it,
second piece.
it didn't work. And then David Griffin's so good, he's getting a chance to run it back and reset it again. Man, you're supposed to get fired after you mess up the first time. You're supposed to be up on your way. They let this guy reset the thing all over again. Or when I tell you that the Pelicans and the Saint management are so incompetent, that is crazy. Man, nobody let a guy reset. Man, they firing you. Get your tail up on out of here. You ain't won nothing before. LeBron James won that was the GM in Cleveland. Man, that man,
Okay.
man, all I can tell you
I,
is, man, David Griffin is a slick used car salesman, and he's dealing with a bunch of fools in New Orleans, right? Because they always say if it wasn't for Mississippi, we would have the lowest educational system, right? So he treating us like we dumb fools down there. That's what he
mm.
doing. He using them words and coming with that old slick talk. I like when you mocking DC because you mock him good, right? When he's talking all that old soft talk, and using his like he's talking over everybody's head and everything. Man, get your dumb ass up out of New Orleans. Boy, you ain't no good. You're sorry, bro. If you was anywhere else, you would have gotten fired. If you were if he was the vice president in any other organization right now, him and Willie Green would have been fired already. Ain't nobody playing with that. But the problem is, there's nobody down there to hold those guys from Gail Benson on down accountable. There's no accountability. There's no media beating up on those people. There's nobody beating up on those people other than us on these podcasts. Nobody beat up on those people, man. What Gail Benson know about sports? None of them was an interior decorator who married a man who had money, who had all of these teams. She don't know nothing about this. She taking
Yeah,
advice from,
she's surviving off of who he put in place. Still,
yeah, Lauscher and all those dudes. Man, get them clowns up out of town. Them dudes don't care about winning. The one
got
thing I
another
can say
question
about
for you, Mo. While you're on fire,
what? I'm on fire right now. I'm cooking like Chef
you
Curry.
cooking, bro? You cooking? You cooking?
Cooking right now.
Uh, so you said you're willing to get rid of Herb for trade. Let me ask you this: if Atlanta is dead set on getting trade, uh, and they willing to because they want Atlanta is dead set on getting Herb, and because they want to do that, you give them C.J. McCullough and a bunch of picks. Do you still want to keep Brandon Ingram, or would you move him as well?
I'm,
With
I'm
Trey
moving.
Young coming in,
I'm
because
moving
if
him
you give
because
up Herb, you might be able to
Ingram
keep
is
Bi.
no Bi is an old fool because he won't change his game. What I'm gonna do with a guy like that? We telling you to change your
Well,
game. You won't change your game.
he shot six threes when Lonzo Ball a game. What Lonzo
That was
Ball here?
that was Lonzo Ball. If they
He
if they took
claims we
C,
need a point guard. That's what he said in the end of the season press conference. he's like he would change his game if we actually had a point guard. That's what I heard.
You know what I turn around and do? If they took CJ and some draft picks for Trey Young, I'm going to Cleveland and get Jared Allen for Bi and a pick. Give me Bi, Karis LeVert, and a pick. You can have Bi. Now I got me a scorer coming off the bench. I got me a legitimate center, right? So Karis LeVert can run your second unit coming off the bench, right? Ball handler, score, right? And then I got the center that I want. I'm gonna get me a center in the draft that's gonna be my backup. So I would send, because I gotta get Larry Nance off my roster. That's the only way Willie Nance not gonna play the savior, right? So I'm gonna send Larry Nance and Bi for what's his name, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and a pick. I'm ready to play basketball. I still got Herb Jones, and I got Karis LeVert that can run my second unit because he's a combo guard that can score. So I need a score coming off that bench with my second unit. And I'm Gucci now, like them young kids say. I'm Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
All
So
right, all right, all right.
if tell Dennis Lauscher to give me a call. Look me up on the internet, and I'll come over and I'll propose the trade, and we
Yeah,
get everything done.
we
Somebody
gonna
gonna have to
get
put
you
all the
and
money
AD.
together.
We gonna put y'all on the
Yeah.
lead, man, for the Pelicans. Looking for that assistant GM, man. You and
No,
AD Davis, who was in here
no.
this afternoon.
And then I'm gonna call Willie Green and I'm gonna relieve him of his duties. And then I'm gonna hire AD off the. I'm gonna do like the Lakers did with Pat Riley, right? I'm gonna hire AD off the color man. That's what Pat Riley was the color man, right? With Chick Hearns, I'm gonna hire him. I'm gonna take him from being my color man. And I'm gonna put him on the bench. He's gonna be my new head coach. Him with Borrego as his assistant.
Okay.
He said,
Okay.
Tony
That's what I'm
today.
gonna do. Like he said about Alvin Gentry. Hey, David Griffin, I'm giving you the answers. I'm giving you the answers, David Griffin. Are you too dumb to see it too? Like you claim Alvin Gentry was? He's just as dumb, man. He's just as dumb. He's a bullshitter, is what he is. Man, think about it. We all got friends like him. Sit down and talk a good game, but can't get shit done. How many friends you got like that? Everybody, man. We all from the same areas. We
Come
all
on,
got
Willie
friends
Green or
like that,
Everybody got
David?
some people like that.
Willie or David?
huh?
Willie or David?
Willie or who?
Willie
He said, "Who
or
you
Griffin?
talking about, Willie or David?" That's what he said.
Oh man, them both of them got to go. They're a package deal. They getting up on out of here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Willie, I don't want no coach you don't cuss.
Facts.
You know why? And this is my thing, right? Because one day I was talking to my wife and I said I gave her the origin of the MF word, right? And she said I understand that, but she said it just feels good rolling off my tongue, so I'm gonna still say it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, man. Sometimes you have to get your point across, right, to guys, right? And I know everybody's a grown man, but hey, bro, everybody got a job to do, so I'm gonna treat you like a grown man. So when you perform and behave like a grown man, I'm gonna treat you like a grown man. But if you don't, if you ain't doing
Right.
what I'm telling you to do, man, you coming off the court. Get up on out of town. I don't care.
Right.
The problem with these guys, with NBA guys, because they make their money, right? Ain't nothing wrong. I don't care how much money you make, but I'm the coach. You still gonna do what the hell I say do, or you gonna get your ass up on out of here. I mean, that's the bottom line. I'm telling you to shoot 3 pointers. I don't want you shooting mid range. If you shoot that, then you're gonna come sit down next to me, man. I'm not about to play with you. I'm trying to win a championship. If you ain't here
Right.
trying to win a championship, then you need to get up on out of here. If everybody not on the same page, you're gonna get the hell up on out of here, man. I don't care who you
Straight
are.
straight up.
Zion is my superstar. All right, I'm gonna call Zion and say, look, man, this is your team. We building the team around you. We gonna sit down. We gonna make every decision with the thing to build this thing around you and what you need for us to do whatever. But my commitment from you is to make sure you stay in shape, and I need you giving me everything you can give me because I'm gonna give you everything I can give you. Right? So that's where we gonna be. Me and you gonna die. I'm the GM. You the star player. If we don't succeed together, then we both are gone. That's where we at. Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't care who get pissed off about it, who don't like it, man. Hey, look, the one thing about the NBA, man, is a pecking order, right? Everybody understands who the superstar is, right? We
Yeah.
all here, we all here trying to win a championship, so we gonna build this thing around him, right? So the same thing when I bring Trey Young over here. Look, hey Trey, I'm bringing you in, all right? You and Zion, we gonna build this thing around you and Zion. So let's get in the room right now, introduce each other or whatever. Hey, man, look. Every week, the three of us gonna have dinner together or whatever. This is our team, right? That don't mean take every shot or do whatever. Y'all know what it takes to win a championship. These guys been in the league long enough now. You know what it takes to win a championship. I got one thing on my mind: a championship. And that's the way I'm gonna deal with it. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, hey, bro, look, it don't make no sense to play no games. The one thing about all of that stuff, hey, bro, I'm gonna be straight up with you. You straight up with me. If I'm bringing you here to win a championship, we gonna do everything that we can do around the two of you guys to win a championship.
No beating around the bush.
No, ain't no beating around no bush, man. It's professional sports. I'm not coming with all this slick talk like David. Or I'm gonna send you a message in the media. Man, I'm not sending you no damn message in the media. I'm gonna pick up that goddamn phone and say, Zion, you doing this, that, and whatever, man. Hey, bro, look, I need you to come on with it. I mean, that's where we gonna be. And then he gonna have to be able to pick up the phone and call me and talk if something ain't going right. We gonna, hey, look, we tied together. Don't have no, I don't, look, don't have no agent call me. I don't want to talk to no goddamn agent. The agent don't play no basketball.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro. I don't think. I don't think it's that hard as guys make it up. If you look at professional sports, certain franchises win, certain franchises lose. Certain coaches win, certain coaches lose. Man, if you're a losing coach, like take Alvin Gentry, man, he was a losing coach. He won a little while in Phoenix, but a championship coach is a rare guy, right? And you have to find you a championship guy. Right? Willie Green is not a championship coach. I don't care what you say. He's a nice guy. Willie Green is the kind of cat you want to marry your daughter, man. That's the kind of guy you want. He's gonna take care of her. He's gonna be nice. You ain't got to worry about going over there and bust him upside his head because he ain't slapping your daughter around. That's the kind of guy that is. But that ain't the kind of guy I want to be my coach. Me and him can go get a drink, right? But he just don't have the it factor. He does not have the it factor as a coach, bro. He just don't have it. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to be able to identify guys that's got something special about them that can reach people and get the best out of guys. He is not that kind of guy. He does not have that kind of cachet. He does not have that it factor thing. He does not have that, whatever it is. Hey, bro, I don't know if this ever happened to all you guys, because we guys, right? You ever seen a girl, I like to always use metaphors because, I'm a guy, right, like that, right? You ever seen a girl and you look at her and you're like, man, that's not normally my type, but there's just something about her. I just like her and I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about when about finding a coach. There's just something about him that you can't quantify, right? It's not tangible. You don't know what it is, but there's just
It's
something
called it's
about it.
called it's called chemistry, Mo.
Man,
That would be pretty
whatever it is,
much
what it's DC, you can call it whatever you want to, but it's something about it that just make it work. To me, that's how Willie Green. There's just something about him that just ain't there, man. I mean, he like a pretty girl with bad breath or something. I don't know. It just something just something just ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying? Something just ain't right. And to me, you have to go find that guy. And that guy, maybe I don't think it's James Borrego. He ain't no championship coach. He ain't done shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a guy out there somewhere sitting on somebody's bench that may be that guy. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta search, and you gotta search high, you gotta search low. You don't know what that ingredient is, but you know it when you see it,
I
right?
think championship coaches are made, Mose. That's my thing. Uh,
I don't
they
know,
got
man. I just think some
they gotta
guys
go. They gotta go through the fire, man.
So
And
you got it or you don't, huh, Mo?
but you don't.
either you
It's
got it
like
or
you
you
don't
don't,
know.
bro.
You don't know until they put in that situation because you got that pressure cooker situation. Just like players, man. You got a lot of good players, and then they go to the playoffs, right? And they get that pressure, and then that's when you see them go
But
to
right,
another level.
but
I
that's
think we
too
was we
kind of.
was witnessing that with Zion this year in that playing game, and you
But
see him
take,
take that leap. I think it's the same thing with coaches, man.
But
They
it's
got to
kind
be
of.
put
But still,
in a
players.
high
Like,
pressure
it's kind of still.
situation.
It's still in that situation if they got it or they don't got it though. DC.
I don't think you
yeah,
know if they got it or they don't got it until you put them in
Well,
that
well,
situation. Like
well.
it's
You
no way
see
you
it. You
can
see it at first though.
some people have that it factor, bro, and you can't
Yeah.
quantify it, bro. Some guys got it. Just like take Patrick Mahomes
give
for instance,
give me an
football, right?
example for as a coach that you saw and you saw he had that it factor before he actually went to that situation.
Well, I can't say it like that, right? Because I don't know those guys
Oh,
like that. But for watching the game, a guy like Mike Thomas, he's got that it factor,
right.
right? He get guys to play, at another level, man. You take a guy like the Rams coach. the Rams football coach. Right?
Yeah.
When I think about the
There
NBA,
you go.
the NBA only has so many coaches. Like Phil Jackson done won multiple championships. Pat Riley done won multiple championships. Steve Kerr won
Brad
multiple.
Steven. He pretty
Brad
much,
Stevens. He never
Eric
won.
Spoelstra.
but he still was
Eric,
a good part. He had it though.
yeah, Pop. Right. There's only certain coaches that have won like that have won multiple championships in the NBA. There's only a handful of guys who won championships when you go look at it.
Right.
You know, your boy from the Pistons. What his name? Chuck Daly.
Chauncey. Oh,
No, Chuck Daly, right? It's just something about those guys, man. And you gotta find one. It's hard to find a championship coach,
yeah.
right? Now, you look at a guy like, take for instance the Lakers. The Lakers are going through coaches left and right with LeBron James. You got LeBron James and you got AD over there, and you still can't sniff nothing, right? So it's just finding that guy that can coach with the it factor. Is it Danny Hurley? Man,
Right.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
Danny Hurley. I don't know. He's a good
They
college
may
coach.
feel like that.
They may feel like that, but I
Yeah.
understand them taking a chance on a guy like that who may have that it factor, man.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have guys like, man, Willie Green is just a normal kind of cat, man, that he just don't, man, he just,
Right.
like I said, man, he's a good guy. Well, something missing. You gotta go find a guy and it's, like I said, it's hard to find, bro. It's not an easy thing to do, right?
It's that fire and that passion, bro. The intensity.
Man,
That's what
I
William
don't know.
missing.
I don't
Just
know what it is.
something.
Because look,
The aggression.
Bickerstaff is not that. He fired the guy they had at Houston.
I think that was a mistake. I don't think they should have fired Bickerstaff.
I think Ime Udoka is a guy that might have that it factor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
right?
yeah, facts.
Yeah, he may have that, right? You're looking at Fitch that was on the Pelican staff with Gentry. He may have that. There's only a handful of guys in each era that has that, and you have to find you one. It might be a Ty Lue. You know what I'm saying? You have to find that guy. We can't get a guy like that, right? So we have to find that next guy. You have to look, and you might have to do something unusual. It might be a guy when you hire him, everybody say, "Man, what are you doing?" That might be that guy. But we don't have one of those guys. Just like David Griffin. Man, David Griffin don't make good decisions, man. Look, man, I tell you about my boy was 15 years old, and he told me we should have took Jason Williams over Dyson Daniel.
Yeah.
He knew that. He knew that was the draft. And he was like, I didn't know who the guy was. Man, he was doing his little research. I think, maybe he wanted to be a GM one day when he's grown, right? And he was like, man, this is the pick, right? And sure enough, that was the better guy. He told me Tyrese Maxey was the pick over what's his name?
We all was saying that. Nobody wanted Kyra, man.
Nobody,
like,
man.
man, give me Maxey over Kyra. Give me Halliburton. Give me Halliburton or give me Maxey.
Think about this. We live down here in the SEC. We saw Alabama play, right? We saw Kentucky play. Now, I saw Kyra Lewis play almost all his games. What in the hell made you think that Kyra Lewis would have been the pick?
He was 18. That's all it was, Mose. He was 18 years old.
18.
They just went because these GMs now, the younger they are and the potential they have, like that means everything. So you can have somebody that's 20 that's way better. They're like, oh, he can be better than that when he reaches 20.
Bro, I remember
that's the thing.
When they drafted what's the boy that went to the Lakers? We had the center.
And that's why they took Dice over Williams too.
Jackson Hayes.
Look, I watched this boy play in college, and I said to myself, other than being athletic, what the hell else did he have that make him an NBA player? This dude has no look. Let me tell you something. I am not drafting any guy that has no offense and think he's gonna learn how to do that in the NBA. If you have no offense, name a guy that has no offense that became a super offensive player when he got to the NBA in time. You might be able to find one or two guys. Nobody. If you can't shoot,
Jaylen Brown wasn't all that.
Nah, but yeah, offense.
He had some offense, and he was a 6'8" wing that can get to the hole.
He get to the hole.
He had some form of offense, right?
Right.
Dyson Daniels had no form of offense at all coming out of the G League. None. Yeah. So why would you draft a guy? Why would you draft a guy that just can't shoot? I don't understand that.
Why would you draft a guy that can't?
Well, I wouldn't say can't shoot. I would say just can't create, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But why would you draft a guy? We playing basketball, man, right? We playing basketball, right? So if you can't muster up any form of offense I'm not taking you as a first round draft pick, maybe a second round guy, but I'm not taking a guy. How that sound? Basketball is a game where you shoot, rebound, and dribble, and you're gonna draft a guy that can't shoot. We playing basketball, but we're gonna draft a guy that can't shoot, and shooting is a big part of basketball.
But he can rebound, kinda,
Well,
almost.
well, then I'm gonna draft a forward that can rebound and put the ball back in. I'm not drafting a guard or a wing guy that can't shoot. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. I mean, why would you do something like that when that's one of the biggest parts of the game? So now I gotta wait. I gotta take a whole year or 2 years and hope he develop into a shooter. Man, you're
So
crazy. I'm not wasting.
you didn't hear our new GM Bryson Graham talking, huh? He said the advantage that we have is because we have an excellent shooting staff that where we can actually take guys that maybe don't shoot the best and help them round out their shot, but they
Yeah, but they
have
have to get
everything else.
something
Here
else.
come another. Here come another. Sound like we just had another damn fool, right? So, because to me, name those. Don't name because you might name one guy or two guys, but think about this. They draft 60 guys every year. So if only one or two guys, you know what kind of percentage you dealing with? Man, stop that. To me,
Mm-hmm.
them guys in the NBA, those guys in the NBA, the only reason why they know a little bit more than we do because they got access and they scouting these guys. But I can sit down and watch a basketball game just like David Griffin. Why David Griffin know more about it, a basketball player than me? What makes him know more about a basketball player than me, who watched the game just like he does?
Right.
The only thing he has is more intimate knowledge because they're scouting the guys and they're watching more tape of the guys. But he can't judge. He can't judge a basketball player any better than I can. I guarantee you, I love basketball. I watch the games. He don't know more about those guys than me, other than the stuff they do because they scouting the guys, so they know more personal stuff. But I
And
can look at a guy and see
he
if he can
might be
play
more
just.
fooled. He might be more fooled because of the personal connections that disrupt the vision of what a player is,
I'm
and
just
that
telling you,
yeah.
those guys don't Trey. Those
That's
guys.
why Khalil Ware might fall out of top 10 if he didn't have those problems at Oregon. You're talking about a dude who probably top 5, top 8. The
I'm just
center who
telling
we
you.
talking about trying to get
Everybody
this
that's
year.
in those pro positions like general managers and stuff like that, bro, them guys can't judge these players no better than you can. Now they get
Mm-hmm.
more information because they got scouts and they get the numbers and all that. But I can sit down and watch a game and I can see who can play and who can't play just like they can. So that's just something that they create to make themselves have these seven figure jobs and make people think they know more about judging players than you do. They don't know any more than you know. They get more information because they're scouting the guys, right? But bro, it's a crapshoot. Everybody is a crapshoot for everybody.
Yep.
Think about it. Why would you draft a guy that goes to the combine and run fast and jump high, but when you turn on his football tape, he ain't a good football player, and then you wonder when you draft him in the first round why he
Yep.
busts after 3 years? His sucker can't
Mm-hmm.
play.
Yep.
He can't play. He should be on a track team somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I mean, you want a guy physical stuff to match up with his game tape, right? Then you might go watch a guy that he plays like I don't know what, but he only runs this, but he's always making plays. Nobody account for his preparation. Nobody account for his instincts. You know, making plays or whatever. So that's why I say all of this stuff about scouting and GMs and all kinds of stuff, man. All that stuff is a bunch of BS, man. I know a pretty girl when I see one. I like what I like, just like you like what you like.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So all of that stuff is an inexact science, and they talk themselves out of players by all of this extra information. Turn on the tape, man, and look, and you can see if a guy can play or not. You know what I'm saying? If a guy can't shoot in college, you think I'm going to take 3 years trying to develop him into a shooter with a first round draft pick? Yeah, maybe if I'm drafting at 24, 25, then maybe I can take a chance. But if I'm going to draft you in the lottery and you can't shoot, then
Or you
you're a
just
goddamn
or
fool.
yeah, or you just got to be a guy like a Tyreek Evans. Like you see, he got game. You know what I'm saying? But you can improve his shot. You know what I'm saying? Guys like that, that's fine.
Yeah, I can see guys who, but I'm not taking you in the lottery, bro, if you ain't got no offensive game.
Right.
I'm not doing that. Right now, outside of the lottery, and you later on, and a guy coming with all of these physical attributes, okay, I'm gonna take a chance, and maybe we can work with this guy. But if I'm drafting you in the lottery, the first 14 picks in the NBA, then you're supposed to be able to play a little bit. I am not drafting a project unless I'm a championship team and somebody gave me their draft pick, and I got time for this guy to come. But if I'm a
And
losing franchise, I ain't got time for you.
if we ain't take Dyson, you think he would have dropped further?
No, somebody else, because the one thing
No.
about when you watching ESPN and all of these scouting combine, all of these guys try to have the same opinions, right?
Right.
Because
Okay.
they don't
Okay.
want to
Okay.
be wrong. Think about it. They all
Then the
have.
thing about Dice too, I think in a different situation you might see a different player. Dice is a
Mhm.
young guy. He needed playing time, man. He needs playing time. He needs time at the point. And
Well,
a
you
lot
got
of
Willie
times,
Green.
unless you got a superstar point guards and centers, a lot of times, like those two positions, for some reason, man, a lot of times they take a while, man. Even looking at Jokic, you saw flashes with Jokic, but Jokic took a while to be what he is, and
But
you see that a lot of times with point guards
but
too.
think about
Mhm.
this, DC. Think about this, DC. If you got one guy on your team like that, that's fine. But you can't have all your wings. None of them can't shoot. You got to
Nah,
develop
you
every last
can't.
one. So now
Because I
you
think
got
Dice is
Najee.
actually a
Think
good
about it. You got
player,
Najee.
but
Think about this. You got
bad
Najee.
situation.
You got Najee. You got Herb. You got Dyson. You got Alvarado. Now you got to try to teach all of them how to shoot. God damn. When the man's supposed to go home and sleep.
He
You know
not.
what I'm
He got to
saying?
stay in the building, bro. Herb sleeping in the building. He got to stay
But but
too.
but I'm, now if you got one project, fine. But you can't have four projects. You can't have four guys you got to teach how to shoot. Okay, I can see if you got one guy like that, right? But when you got four guys, and that's your rotation, where you got four guys, you got to try to teach all four of them. You got man, goddamn, can you draft one person that know how to shoot? That's what I'm telling you. Where them guys are so dumb and they try to make like they so smart and act like everybody else who's watching the game is dumb. Bro, everybody who like basketball understand what basketball players are, right? Why does David Griffin look like he ever played basketball in his life?
Mhm.
So why the hell do you think David Griffin know more about basketball than anybody else? And I'm not
Because
saying
he
you have
won
to
a
play
championship
basketball,
alongside LeBron.
but I'm not saying you have to play basketball to know basketball. I'm just telling you, bro, there's no way of saying one guy is better than another guy just based upon whatever, right? That guy, you can't tell me he know any more. David Griffin don't know any more about basketball than me. You know what I'm saying? He may know about the management part of it because he went through whatever training process to acquire the skills to learn how to run a franchise as far as all the management part of it. But he don't know how to pick a player any better than I do.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, he don't. I'm telling you, Langdon, any NBA GM don't know how to pick a basketball player any better than anybody else who watched a player play. If you give me some tape, the same tape they watching, I guarantee you, I can sit down there and break that guy down just like they could.
Yep. Just like how about I thought they was idiots for not nobody drafted Nas Reed. I thought they was idiots.
Well, I thought that was dumb too.
I
He's a
said, how the
6'11"
hell
guy.
nobody take Nas Reed in his draft?
So
You're a
wait,
6'10".
he went undrafted?
Bro, he went
Yeah,
undrafted, bro.
he's a 6'10"
Oh
guy with some
wow.
perimeter
Idiots,
skills. You
bro.
got to look at that guy. He's a 6'10"
Fucking
guy with some perimeter skills.
idiots.
That's But once again, I'm telling you, man, those guys in the NFL and the NBA and all these professional leagues got everybody bullshit thinking that they some experts on whatever, bro. They're no more expert than anybody else who love the game. If you sit down and look at the tape just like they do and look at it and understand the game the way you need to, okay, this is the offense my guy want to run. This is the defense my guy want to run. Let me look at players that fit this, right? You can do the same damn thing that they do if they give you the
Mhm.
information. And you can sit down there and grab ass and pick guys just like they do that bust all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
But
tell
like
you.
I said, I not only think that it's the bullshit scouting, but it's also like I said, personal relationships too. I think they like got favorites in that sense too. You know, yeah, I know this guy. You know his mom, or
I,
I
Man,
know
I'm
his
just telling you, bro.
dad.
That now, don't get me wrong. Some guys are better at it than others, and it's obvious because you see who win all the time, right? You know,
Mhm.
when you get a chance to get a guy like you didn't have Chris Paul, you didn't have Anthony Davis after them. You're gonna lose Zion Williamson at some point because you still got another colony there that can't build a team around him. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna bring Zion in with 3 draft picks. You're gonna draft 2 guys with him. You traded you swap a first round draft pick to get 2 more. You pick Non, you pick what's his name? Dyson. No, what's the boy name again, man? The crazy old boy running around dunking, jumping high all the time.
We talking on our team?
No, we know he with the Lakers now, used to be with us.
Jackson
Oh,
Hayes.
Jackson Hayes. Yeah.
Jackson Hayes, right? You know, you old goofy boy
Who
running around the court. All he can do is dunk,
who
right?
was
That's all he can do. Just run around the court and dunk,
and who was
right?
the Who were the options to take instead of those two dudes?
Well, you could have took Darius Garland. He was still on the board.
Yeah,
Damn.
Darius Garland was we had the number 4 pick. And man, if y'all go back and watch that draft show, I told Big Q 1,000 times, man, we're gonna get Darius Garland. We need to figure out how we're gonna trade Lonzo Ball, Drew Holiday, one of them. Maybe we could trade Drew Holiday and Lonzo Ball and get Ja Morant. We was talking about all of these points, man. And then they went and they traded the damn pick on draft night for number 8 and number 17. And
Let me tell you how slick. Let me tell you how slick
I couldn't
David
believe
Griffin
they
is.
went away from Darius Garland, man. It was a layup pick, man. It was so
that was
simple,
crazy.
bro.
DC, look how slick David Griffin is. David Griffin is, man, he's slick, bro. I got to give it to dude slick, right? So he's gonna say, yeah, So look what he said. Yeah, we tried to trade to get Ja Morant. Now those people wasn't gonna trade for you to get Ja Morant. So now you're always hearing because they wanted to try to trade to get Ja Morant. But stop trying to bullshit people. Yeah, you tried to trade a guy that you wasn't gonna get. Them people wasn't gonna give you that.
Hell no.
So all of a sudden, people are talking about that and not talking about how you blew them 2 draft picks with Jackson Hayes and all. So what I'm saying is, what that dude is like during the Cold War, like the Russians. He's great at propaganda, right? So he puts that propaganda out. So what he does is, how many times we talking about how he blew it on Jackson Hayes and all? And then draft Darius Garland, but all you hear in the news, because they were trying to trade up to get Ja Morant. Like, they were going to trade to do that. That dude is a bullshitter.
Hey Mo,
what?
Hey Mo, that thing was looking good. That thing was looking good in the summer league. I said, oh shit. I said, we done got some shit.
Man,
fooled us all.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, David Griffin know how to, how to hide his tracks. You know what I'm saying? When they do bad, like you watch the movie when people, they got something dragging behind them where you can't track them. Right? He know how to hide his tracks. Is what he know how to do, because the dude is not good, bro. You can say what you want. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, he's an intelligent man. He is. He's smart enough to know how to fool you, right?
Yeah.
To fool you with all of this other stuff that's going on around. He's like a magician, right? He's always distracting you. Well, he's always distracting you from the real stuff that's going on, right?
Yeah.
Hey, he blew that draft. So he distract you. He put out in the media, they were trying to trade for Ja Morant, but they couldn't get it. So people are talking about that instead of talking about how he blew that draft. Man, that's what that guy is so slick. And you got Gail Benson, who don't know any better. You know what I'm saying? So you can keep bullshitting her, bro. You can keep fooling her. You can keep fooling her, because you know what? Who's gonna fire? Who's gonna
He's
fire?
A hustler.
Who's gonna fire David Griffin? Tell me who's gonna fire him. Who would be the guy that would fire him?
Nobody.
Who does he report to?
David Griffin has all the power in the world to fire himself. So
who does he report? Who does David Griffin report to?
Nobody.
Bro, this dude done hired 3 basketball coaches, bro.
Yeah. And it's the same guy who drafted Anthony Bennett.
Yeah.
Oh man. Damn. Hey Lex, I wish you would have told me that before we hired David Griffin.
Hey, but they should have known that.
Man, this dude is what is this dude?
And look, what was his excuse then?
Damn.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. All I'm just telling you is, bro.
And he said that too. He said that. This same guy who drafted Anthony Bennett. Didn't nobody even know who he was.
Think about this. As dumb as Dale Demps was, at least his dumb ass tried something.
Yep, DeMarcus Cousins.
I mean, look at his position now. He over with the T-Wolves. What is he, Big Q?
Man, as dumb as the moves he made were, at least he tried to make moves. This dude said here, man, this dude don't do nothing. This dude bullshit us. This dude is bullshitting us, man, and we let him stay in place. This dude is not Sam Presti. This dude is not the guy with the Philadelphia's, guys who done something in the league and drafted players. Man, this dude ain't done nothing, bro. I ain't never seen a dude like this that could come down here and bullshit people like this, and everybody just let him sit on his job. He don't answer to anybody. And then he comes on with all of those slick talk, organic and sustainable this and all this crazy stuff. Man, if you look, I don't give a damn about no sustainable organization. Win me one championship where I can brag and I'm good. You ain't won nothing. Win one, then sustainable what? Man, get this sustainable mediocrity, sustainable bullshit. That's what we get.
It.
That's where we get sustainable bullshit. And Lexxah is the only one who talk crazy about it. And one of them other dudes on the other podcast talk crazy about it. Everybody else don't say nothing about that dude. I like it when what is Christian Clark at one time was on him, but now Christian Clark, he done got soft on him now.
Well, they bought the media.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chris Clark got that
they don't
media
take that
pass, and
mess.
he
They
he
they they
doing stuff
control all
direct.
that, Mose.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
he working directly with the team, bro. So
they just like the
if
Supreme Court now, right? The Supreme
Yeah,
Court,
yeah.
they
they
just like
start
our
Yeah,
talking,
Supreme Court.
they basically bought off everybody on the media's teams, the reporters. They got them on lock. Yeah, if
Man,
you ask a
crazy.
question that's out of line or anything, or anything that challenges their, position or anything like that, they will shut you down. They'll revoke your media card and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, David Griffin is like Putin now. He's like Putin. He's
Yeah,
like Vladimir Putin.
a politician
Hey, no, he got
or a
yeah, he a
dictatorship.
dictatorship going on right
Yeah.
now. He do what the hell he want. There's nobody to check this dude, man. Then he get on, oh yeah, we're gonna make changes. We're gonna be aggressive this offseason. What the hell you did the other ones? We didn't
Yeah,
win.
exactly. Like, where have you been all this time?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because that's the slick talk. That's the rhetoric he put out. Now, yeah, now I'm gonna be David Griffin. Now I'm gonna really show you who I am right now. I'm gonna go out. Man, that dude, that dude.
He ain't about to do nothing. That's what makes me concerned. It's like that's all talk. Where's
Man,
the action?
that dude is a bullshitter, boy. First class bullshitter. Somebody ought to find out where he live and put a for sale sign in his yard. Put a for sale sign in his yard. He need to get up on out of here. He need to get up on out of here, man. People get, man, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I'm a Pelican fan. I watch the Pelicans every night, man. I watch the Pelicans every night. I listen to you guys. I listen to everything. I read everything I can on the Pelicans. Bro, I'm a Pelican fan, bro. I'm sick of this. Bro, I'm sick of this
A
dude.
protest.
Bro, I'm sick of this dude. I don't
Me-
even want to hear this dude speak no more. I don't even want to hear that old stupid dumb talk. Bro, he remind me of
really.
you know what he remind me of? A little kid that was in class that was always talking to stop people from slapping him upside the head. That's what he is. That's what he is, bro. He's a little dude who can't do nothing. Who's probably got that slick
Or
Napoleon
that boring
complex.
teacher.
Yeah, and he's trying to talk like he's smart, like he's smarter than everybody.
You don't want to do
Yeah.
that. If you
got
if you
teachers
slap
like that.
me, I'm gonna go tell the teacher, and then the teacher will tell the
Oh,
principal,
wow,
and
let
then
me
the
see.
principal will tell your
He's
mother.
trying to act
You
like
will
he's
go
smarter
home,
than everybody.
and you will get in trouble. You will get a
DC,
detention.
pick up your voice a little bit, man.
Yeah, man. Look, y'all got me sitting in the parking lot knowing I got to go in the grocery store to go
And
get some
then you
stuff
will
to cook.
get a whipping.
Talking this old crazy stuff, but David Dumb Griffin right now.
That was before the big words. Lex ain't had no big words back then.
Yeah, that's what he trying to do with that old slick talk. Yeah, David Griffin, you're so smart. You're so intelligent. No. Man,
Man,
stop it, man.
I'm tapped out of the good human beings, though. I'm
Man,
really tapped out with that. Man, he need to go on somewhere with that. I don't even like good human beings no more.
man, bring me some good basketball players.
Yeah, there you go.
Get some criminals up in here, man.
Bring me some good basketball.
Hey, choose violence. We need some ballers. We need some dogs up in here.
Yeah, bigger than that. I don't care what them dudes do when they go home, as long as they don't get arrested. You know, whatever they do.
Basically.
Look, boy, if Zion got the money to get him 10,000 porn stars to do it, that's his business. I don't care. That's his appetite. I don't care what his appetite is. I don't even want to know what that man do when he go home. I don't care. Just show up at that basketball court and get me some buckets. I don't care that Larry Nance like to go and read books and all that to the kids. I don't care nothing but none of that. Win some basketball games.
And that's what they selling, Mose. Community stuff, family, culture. The foundation needs to be winning. We need winners.
Win some basketball games, then go read some books. I'll be okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right with you. Then you can go read all the books you want to. But if you don't win no basketball game, we gonna boo you when they come in there to read. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Man, look. CJ is a 6-man kind of guy to me. Come off the bench. He's getting long in the tooth. He can get buckets.
He's a politician for real.
Yeah, he's the president or whatever, bro. But you know what I know? That cat ain't never won nothing, bro.
The show hasn't.
He ain't never won nothing, man. And you know what I'm saying? And I like CJ, don't get me wrong. I like CJ, but CJ to me bogged the offense down, and when things going wrong, he gets in that hero basketball. And bro, you're not Anthony Edwards. You're not that kind of guy.
Nope.
You're not that guy. So don't stop trying to be that guy. We don't need you to be that guy. Right? That's the thing. We don't have a playmaker, we don't have a point guard to save our life, bro. We just don't have a guy that can run things. Man, bring Trae Young here, bro. And whatever it takes to get Trey Young, do whatever you got to do to get Trey Young, bro. And then
Yeah.
we'll build everything else around that. Him and Zion. You understand what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and Trey. And to me, if you think about it, if you had Trey Young, Zion, and Trey Murphy, bro, you're gonna get buckets. You're gonna
Jordan
score.
Hawkins too.
Jordan Hawkins coming off your bench. That's why I'm telling you, if you can move somebody, if they took CJ and some draft pick for Trey Young, and I still got BI to move for like I said, give me
Like a big.
give me Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and a first round draft pick, and you take Bi and Larry Nance, I'm good because now I got my center, I got my combo guard who can come off and run my second unit, right? And I got my Trey Young scoring. I still got my boy for defense, Herb Jones, if he don't have to go in another trade, and I got Jordan Hawkins to come off the bench, and then now I'm gonna find me some guys, some end of the roster 3D guys that can bring on and make my rotation good.
Who would you trade for the coach?
Oh man, I'm letting Willie Green go. I'm letting
Yeah,
Willie Green go,
look,
and
if
I'm
we ain't
putting
letting them go, we can get it in the trade. Just
no
like the Clippers did with Doc.
man. Ain't nobody trading for no Willie Green. What kind of stuff is this?
Oh,
And Lexxah, you didn't hear, but I'm gonna do like the Lakers did. Like the Lakers went to the color boot to get Pat Riley. I'm going to the color boot and get AD to be my head coach. That's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm gonna do. Why not follow something that was successful, right? Pat Riley was a color man. He had AD job. They pull him off to be the assistant coach to Paul Westhead. No, Jack McKinney. They pull him off to be the assistant coach to Jack McKinney. Then Jack McKinney got hurt on the bicycle, and they made
Hey,
him
hey, hey,
head
hold
coach.
up, Mose. I got to check you on one thing.
What?
You want AD to be your coach? You know AD don't cuss, huh? You say you don't want no coach that don't cuss.
Yeah, but AD got some passion. He got a different
yeah,
kind of
he has
passion.
passion. It's
He
not
got
about the cursing. It's about the passion. Like,
Willie
you know what I'm
Willie
saying? You
got
can be
passion
locked
without.
into
We
the
just call
game.
Willie. You got the
passion.
passion. He got something.
No, he is a
It's
one-trick
aggression.
motivational pony. That's all he has.
It's
You still
aggression
got to do
more
X's
than
and
passion.
O's, DC. You still have to have a feel for the game.
Bro, he don't have that it factor, bro.
He's
Something
not
missing.
aggressive.
Yeah.
He does not have the it factor, bro. You can say what you want. They gonna fire him next year anyway. He does not have the it factor. They're not gonna win next year because David Griffin gonna mess this up. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna be right back here. Remember, come December, we're gonna be pissed off having these shows again. We're gonna be pissed off.
Well,
We're
we
gonna
Hey,
be
definitely gonna be
pissed
pissed
DC.
up.
off because
DC.
I'm
He's
not sure we can win
confirming
the
the
championship
being
next year.
concerned.
But
DC, I'm telling you right now, we're gonna be pissed off. This show is like the Truman Show. We're gonna have this show over and over and over again. Nothing ever changes, bro. I'm telling you
goddamn,
right
Mose,
now,
come on, man.
man. I'm
That
telling
sounds
you,
like
bro.
hell, bro.
I'm
Well,
just
I mean,
telling
we
you, bro.
got to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help us
Yeah,
God.
but make me a liar then. Make me a liar. That's what I want him to do. Man, David Griffin is going to screw this up and continue to screw this up. Him and Willie Green, bro, you can forget about this. Somebody needs to start calling Gail Benson on the carpet down there on those two franchises that she owns because nothing is happening good down there right now. And you can say what you want. Losers lose and winners win. And right now we got a losing culture. I feel like I'm back in the 70s and the 80s when I was a Saints fan, bro, when we had Dave Wilson and stuff, the quarterback, and we go get a washed up Earl Campbell to come be our running back and all kind of crazy stuff like that. We get guys at the end of their career. You know what I'm saying? Man, I miss Buddy Delaberto, boy. If Buddy Delaberto was here, he would be on that radio talking crazy to them people right now. We ain't got nobody like that no more because they own everything. The Cajun Cannon, he ain't coming with it like that. Man, them people
Man, they
go
talk
get,
they talk about the players. They never talk about ownership or coaching, man. You know how it
no, they
is.
No,
don't
they
say,
never do.
they never
And they're
say
not
nothing.
going to.
We got John Meekum all over again. That's what we got, John Meekum all over again in the form of, and I can't really even blame Gail Benson because she didn't ask for this. That woman was an interior decorator. She didn't ask for this. Benson
Well, how
Benson
is
did this to
she
us,
in the
man.
wrong business?
Man, Benson did this to us. I mean, if we was doing remodeling color scheme, she good. But what I'm saying is, Benson did this. Benson did a good thing when he bought the Saints because the Saints was going to leave for the $75 million that he bought it for. Right? He did a good thing because we didn't have somebody to keep kept the team here. Right? But now that's over. The team is in. Man, you left us with an interior decorator wife, and you left Loucher and all them dudes. And there's no passion from the owner. The owner,
Yeah,
the
it's
owner,
the
there's no
system.
passion. What she know? She gonna dress up nice in her little Saints stuff and her little Saints earring and come to the game and smile and wave and
Community
stuff like
stuff,
that. But what does she
community
know?
events.
What does she know? What does she know about this, man? She don't know nothing about this. How can she
Get
go
out of
to?
here.
What can she go to Dennis Lauscher and those guys and say?
You're
What can
doing
she
a
say?
good job.
Man, I don't even think she can fire those guys. That woman don't, man, that woman worried about flying around and doing all other things and going to all those church events and giving money to the charity and picking up people Walmart layaways and all kind of stuff. That woman
I
is
still
a
got layaways.
bruh, look, that woman is a good person. She's a wonderful, fantastic person,
Yeah,
right?
community stuff, but it has nothing to do with basketball.
Nothing to do with basketball. That's not something that she should be doing. She should be doing what she's doing. Going to the Pope, maybe being an ambassador for the U.S. to the Pope or somebody like that. That's a good job for her, right? But to be an owner of a sports franchise, bruh, that's not in her purview. That's not in her the things that she capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
and there's no knock on her, man. I think she's a fantastic person. But owning these teams is not what she should be doing. Running
All
these
these good
franchises,
human beings.
she's a good
Yeah,
human being. But running these franchises is something that she should not be doing because right now she would have fired all of those guys. If it was somebody like just name a
Mark
franchise,
Cuban.
yeah, they would have fired all of these guys. Now, all of these guys need to be fired. You don't
Yeah,
get to reset these franchises like that. Those guys get fired and you bring somebody else in.
yep. That's how it works.
These guys are getting to reset these things all over again,
You see
right?
what the
And
owner of Phoenix did, and he just
man,
got up in there.
man, I'm getting rid of, bro. When I tell you I'm getting rid of these cats, I'm getting rid of these cats. But these cats got to go. Then look, you know, everybody have a life expectancy. No matter what man, go to the store and buy something. Everything got an expiration date on it. Even us as human
Hmm.
beings got an expiration date on us. At some point we gonna expire, right?
Yep.
Them
Hmm.
guys, you done been on your job long enough. Nobody stays on those jobs that long. You bring in new guys, you bring in fresh faces, you bring in fresh views. You got Mickey Loomis been on that job forever, man. It's time for that cat to go, man. Get him up on out here. This ain't no lifetime jobs. These
Yeah.
jobs are not lifetime. Guys, in these professions, they get fired. Think about it. Everybody done been fired, man, on these jobs.
Yeah.
Man, it's time for David Griffin. He done been here long enough. People get rid of you after you had a chance to reset that thing. Bro, you got to go. David Griffin got to go, man. It's time for a new voice, a new cat, a new way. That guy got to go. He's horrible, man. While we tell the truth, nobody, y'all guys don't want to tell the truth. Man, tell the truth, man. Them guys
Yep.
got to go, man. I'm sick of them dudes, man. I'm like, I don't want to be like Buddy, man. I don't want to say the win when I die. When the Saints finally won when the man was dead. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the
Oh,
Pelicans to
man.
win when I'm dead. And then
Yeah.
Bobby Abe had to wear the dress in the heels because Buddy Delaberto had done died. The one thing I can say about Buddy Delaberto, because I grew up under that era with him, he got after them people. He ain't played with them people. Now our media play with them people. I remember when he tell that story, and I said that before when Dick Gardner told him they was 3 players away from the Saints winning the championship. He said, "Who, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost?" Man, that's how bad them guys was. And it's the same thing that's going on right now. History is repeating itself because
Yep.
now we got bad ownership. Not a bad lady, but we got bad
Yeah.
ownership going
Systematic.
on right now.
Yep.
We got bad ownership going on. If you got bad ownership going on, you're not gonna win, bro.
Product.
You're not
Right.
gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, y'all be good, man. I got to cook for my people, man. I got to get up on out of here, man.
All right, Mose. Appreciate you.
All righty, y'all be good.
Oh man, moves. Hey Lex, what you done did some David Griffin magic. You disappeared and then you popped back up. I mean, what's going on? Well,
I
you
had to
talking to
take a
David
pause
Griffin?
to
What?
cook. I got mouths to feed, man. Look, and then shoot, Bo. Look, I was actually in the chat. I was typing and stuff. I was like, oh shoot, I need to jump back on.
I said, Lex was gone for me. 2 hours later,
I'm
all I
like,
heard was, yeah,
shoot.
I agree. I agree. I was like, where Lex come from?
Hey man, look, he was on point.
Well,
We
heck yeah,
already know
Mozo.
what's up.
Yeah, nah, Mozo. Hey man, shout out to Jay Black. Where is Jay Black? Jay Black, where you at, man? Where Jay Black at? Everybody put Jay Black in type Jay Black in the chat. Tell him to get his butt up here. We need to
What?
hear his intake.
Man, Jay Black, he on vacation. You know what I'm saying? He taking a break. DC, where'd you go?
DC was eating good meals over there. I heard him
Oh
snagging.
man, DC
Yeah,
gone.
nah, yeah, DC was eating good. He
Look,
might have dozed off.
Big Q cooking too. Oh goodness gracious, Big Q cooking. Oh my gosh.
But now,
DC,
so like
you
you,
there?
so hey, Lex, you missed the conversation about what you think about De'Aaron Fox coming on the
Ah,
thing. DC was saying basically
Yeah, I'm here. Y'all can hear me.
yeah,
oh yeah,
we
now
know
we
I'm
you
up.
over
can.
there
I'm
eating good. You
up
eating
there
You
good
letting
over
took a
y'all
there.
can
mini
hear me,
break.
man.
It's all right. Shoot.
Nah,
I
I was
should
just
be
saying.
good.
Uh, Mo's that came in here and did his own little mini podcast in this thing, man. Laid it
Yeah, he
down,
sure
bro.
did.
No,
Look,
he
'cause
ain't
we
dropped the
about to
mic.
get off.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, no, we striking up, so we need to talk about Griff a little bit
What?
more.
He done kept us going 40 minutes.
Oh yeah. Well, you
But
know he old school, you know what I'm saying? Got a
yeah,
lot
he
to
had a
say.
lot of good points though. You had
Yeah.
a question you was asking Lex, man. My
Oh
man.
yeah,
No,
because
Don was.
Go ahead, up out of here.
I was asking because DC had said earlier because I asked him about De'Aaron Fox, and he was just saying that he would put him like above DeJounte, but right under Trey as far as an impact player and somebody that can really get the players on the team better. They both good, he was saying, but he was just basically saying like he'll put De'Aaron under Trey. So what you think about
I
that?
say Darius Garland too. Anybody who can diamond up the perimeter, I'm putting them under them
Hello?
for us. For us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
DC was talking.
yeah, cut out, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't hear.
No, I can hear you, but you are cutting
Go
in and out like your voice is getting lower and then coming back.
Oh, okay. But nah, I was saying I put him under Darius Garland too. Like anybody that can operate on that perimeter,
I wouldn't put him on a Garland though.
I'm putting him under Garland, bro. You ain't
Nah,
seen Garland without D Mitch.
but like Lex be saying, like you seen Fox on that big stage, and you seen him show up.
Yeah, Fox does show up. I would have to put him above Garland. I won't disrespect him like that.
Well, Darius Garland broke his jaw, and I
Hmm?
think he had some other injuries. He was fighting through, coming back from. The dude lost 20 pounds, man, from a broken jaw. So I think a lot of what we saw this year in the playoffs, if you get him healthy, I think it looked different. But that's everybody's
Hey, DC,
entitled to their
I don't,
own.
yeah, I'm about to
well,
say, I
I
don't know
mean,
about that one, DC.
What you
we've
mean? He broke his
seen.
jaw and he couldn't
That
eat. He
sound
lost 20 pounds.
that sound like a Pelicans excuse right there. We got, no, I know.
I mean, I just look at as far as with De'Aaron Fox. I mean, obviously with the coaching change,
hmm
they were able to they got to the second round because they beat. No way, they didn't beat the Warriors.
I think
They didn't beat the
Yeah,
Warriors.
we
nah,
gotta
they
go ahead and
almost
wrap. We
did.
gotta go ahead and wrap it up though, fam. This going into be a whole another 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because I mean, De'Aaron Fox is the furthest he's ever been in the playoffs is just the first round because they didn't get past the Warriors on
Yeah, I
last
ain't see
season.
him do
So
nothing on no big stage. Like I don't know what
yeah,
y'all talking
He was
about.
showing up. He took him to game 7.
I
Against
mean,
who?
yeah,
Showed up every
that's
game. Every
I don't
game.
know.
There's never been a
I
game you
kind
see.
of look at that's because that's no different than what happened with when the Pelicans went up against Phoenix.
Nah, man,
Taking
look,
them 6 games. I don't
man,
know. I mean, if you kind of
yeah,
look at it like that, it's like you gotta get out the first round, man. You gotta get out the first round. So
yeah,
I
but
mean,
that's Warriors compared to Phoenix, though. So
what? But Phoenix was
you,
good that year.
yeah, but Warriors is a championship team. So
I
didn't they win the
mean,
championship that year?
you know what I do? No, hold on.
Was this last year we're talking about? Yeah, it might not. Who won it last year? The Nuggets.
Denver did.
Okay, so I think they got put out eventually. I don't know. So much be going on in the league these
Yeah,
days.
I don't have it memorized. I gotta, yeah, my stuff gotta be jogged. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think De'Aaron. I will say this: he hasn't. I don't think he's proven enough. You know, I mean, when you look at him and D Mitch, because I think they came in the same class, didn't they?
No, I don't think so. I
I
don't
want
think
to say
so.
they did,
I'm about to check it for you.
cause he was
I'm about to
yeah,
tell you.
he
I
was
was gonna
like, I
say
think D Mitch was like
I don't got
the
that feeling.
13th pick. He was the 13th pick,
I don't
and
got that feeling. He came in
Jason Tatum came in with D Mitch. That was 2019
2017.
with Ben Simmons and all of them.
See, Darren Fox
no,
came, I believe,
Ben
16.
Simmons was so Ben Simmons won. He was the number one draft pick. That was
Oh
Markel
no, it
Fultz,
was the
right?
same year. It was the same year. Last.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, you look at what D Mitch has done. You know what I'm saying? That's who we should be measuring De'Aaron Fox up to. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he's not even on D Mitch's level. I know that's probably weird saying that, but at the same time, you look at what D Mitch has done. Even with Utah, he went to the second round with Utah. He went to the second round with Cleveland, and he
But do
just
you
got to
think?
Cleveland.
I feel like D Mitchell had better pieces around him. What do you think?
I mean, I mean, it's always gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? But
D Mitchell ain't
I
really got.
mean, I don't know,
So like,
because
can you like some? I
The
mean,
Kings have
when
not
I,
been in the best situation.
yeah,
They finally got a coach that could coach them. They had some nice pieces. They just didn't know how to I don't know. They didn't know how to put it together. But we gotta end. We gotta end it. We gotta end it
All
now.
right, and with that, family, appreciate everybody who came in. Excellent show as usual, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All the great questions and comments. And can y'all please like, share, and subscribe to the show? And until next time, you already know what it is. Go Pels. Fire Willie Green. Get David Griffin out of here. Peace.
Please.